we're live. Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Back here with Talk Cafe.
Yeah.
All right, you got me, DC, back in the building. I know I've been gone for some time, but we missing somebody today.
Oh. Yeah, we missing Kayla.
We missing Kayla.
She went out with
She handling her business.
She's being a good big cousin today.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Gotta be seen, gotta be heard, and they hustle.
Yeah, but we still got the other 4/5 of the Talk Cafe. So we got Nate here today, still with us.
What up?
We got Dwayne here with us today, and we still got Anton here with us today. So we finna have a good show. Talk about a couple of things.
Yes.
Obviously, one of the things we're gonna talk about today is the Raptors beating the Bucks.
Congratulations, Drake.
You know,
Drake really pulled through for his team.
We go cover other things, but let's talk about that first. All right, so Raptors win. I have a huge beef with the Raptors. I don't like them at all. I don't like the city. I don't like the team. I don't like the players.
Why?
It's that time. Y'all remember when they were playing Brooklyn and the GM was like, F Brooklyn? I'm done with that team.
That's why
I'm done with that team. I'm done with that team.
That's why he don't like.
Of course.
It had to be personal. I knew it.
It's all personal.
Hold up. You said the GM said that?
The GM said that. The GM.
It's not like...
The GM. Nah, I was done with that team at that
What are you
time.
talking about, Nigeria?
Yeah.
I like him, though.
Nah,
he's
he
the
whack.
best GM in the league.
Not only is he whack,
He look like he would own slaves.
The GM?
Yeah.
He's black.
I know.
How does he like he owns slaves?
Says a lot about what Nathan really thinks about him.
Jeez.
No, I want them to get swept. I want the Golden State Warriors to come in here and absolutely embarrass that team.
I mean, they might get one off, but they pretty much gonna get swept.
Yeah, and I knew once Toronto won, I was like, "This is gonna be an easy finals for the
Yeah,
Warriors."
but I think it would have been easier if the Bucks went on.
You think?
I don't think so. I think
I think Toronto had a better team.
Without KD, they would have had a hard time.
Yeah, not against. See, the playoffs is all about matchups, right? And I think Toronto proved to be a better matchup for the Bucks. But I think the Bucks would have been a better matchup against the Warriors. Like
Green would have walked up to him just like
Green would have looked like this against Giannis.
Green would have got on his.
What would he have done?
You know what's funny is I think that Green would have handled Giannis, but the problem is that Giannis isn't the only big on that team that can move well. Having Brook on the perimeter, and they don't have no five. Remember, Golden State has no five. They had Looney playing for a minute, and then they switch up during the game where they might have Green playing five. But if you can't guard both of those guys, then everybody else is just going to run wild. So now that you have Toronto here, Green can work on Kawhi. They don't really have the bigs, in my opinion, that are going to stretch the floor that far. I know Siakam and I know, what's his name? Ibaka are going to do a good job, but it's not
I think that's the X factor for them.
It might be.
Ibaka has to do really good.
And that's if Cousins don't come back. Cousins still come
Because
back.
think about it. Who on Golden State can match his power?
With Ibaka? As of right now, probably nobody. They're going to throw Looney at him.
I'm going to be honest with you. You guys are looking at it from the perspective of matchups one-on-one. And I think the X factor is going to be the bench. Whose bench is going to step up? Because the starting five, we already know.
Golden State has a better bench.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think their bench can stretch the floor.
Their bench is hurt, though.
Golden State has Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
I don't think Iguodala's going to play as much, but he'll play.
But he's not going to be effective against
as long as Klay,
Toronto.
I think it just comes pretty much down to stars, and Golden State stars is going to outplay.
Yeah.
As long as Klay and Steph.
The only one I see definitely stepping up is Kawhi.
For sure. You don't see Lowry stepping up.
He be coming through.
Now Lowry stepped up in this run.
He gonna get washed.
But he's gonna get demolished.
Whether it's Steph,
if
you take Kawhi and put him on Steph, if you take Kawhi and put him on Steph, Klay gonna give Lowry the business. If you switch it around, Steph gonna give Lowry the business.
And even when they take both of them out, and you put in someone like Sean Livingston, who is clearly taller than Lowry and has a bigger build. And what's Livingston's best move? That back down. He gonna back him down, hit him with the turnaround jump shot. Larry's not gonna be able to handle that. Larry's not gonna get any break throughout this entire series.
The only thing they gotta do, they gotta have a crazy offense.
Yeah.
Because they gotta match them.
That's another. Golden State's gonna make them tired. You know what I mean? They're gonna.
I like how Golden State forever tries to run the ball up and down the court.
I 100% agree.
So that was gonna be my question. Who's Kawhi gonna guard? So you think it's gonna be Curry?
Kawhi?
Has to.
No.
I think he should guard Klay.
No, yeah, he's probably. If I were the coach, I'd put him on Clay.
Yeah, I would do so too. Because I feel like Clay, when he gets hot, he's more dangerous than Curry.
Yeah.
I think Iguodala was gonna be back, right?
Yeah, but I don't trust it. He's supposed to come back.
Because
Kevin Durant's supposed to come back.
Iggy, if he's good,
He's super effective. Yep. He's super effective.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I really know that I like Iggy. If you put Iguodala on Kawhi Leonard, Iguodala's gonna get cooked.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
He's gonna get an easy 30, 35.
It's gonna be Green.
You just said, hold on. When has Andre Iguodala ever contained LeBron James in the finals?
Not contained, but he did a good job. We can't lie.
LeBron averaged a triple-double last year.
He did a good job.
You gotta figure a guy like that, he's gonna get off, but he did do good.
Like,
he did a
Okay,
good job.
y'all help me understand.
That's how he
what's a
got
good
the
job.
MVP the first time.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago. Can y'all help me understand what's a good job?
And the same thing with Kawhi. That's how he got the MVP because he contained LeBron.
But
Or
no,
not really contained, but
Kawhi actually.
No one can really contain LeBron. Let's be honest.
Kawhi
Nobody
actually
locks down
Same
LeBron.
thing with Kawhi.
But see, the difference between Kawhi and Iggy is Kawhi actually did it on both ends of the court, right?
Yeah.
So not only was his defense demoralizing, but his offense too. So I can understand that. But y'all have to show me where Iggy was really affecting the game.
You think about who else
But
really was gonna go?
Iggy's old though, man.
Yeah, who else is gonna go?
He
Who,
used to be
God,
the
who,
offense
LeBron?
guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Other than maybe Green, but I'm just saying.
If we're talking about-
you gotta put somebody on him where it's like you're not gonna stop him,
right? Of course, naturally.
you know. But you got to
You
a
gotta get
certain
somebody-
extent you have to have some type of control.
Right.
Get in his head or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And Iggy,
Now-
again, he didn't stop him, but Iggy did that. You know what I mean? He did a job where he was able to slow LeBron down a little.
Where? That's what I'm trying
A
to find.
little.
out. Where?
Watch the finals again.
I
honestly,
did, and
that
I
was
seen
years ago, so I
LeBron
can't
go
give you-
off the whole finals.
And you
Like, he
couldn't
averaged the
necessarily-
whole triple-double.
You couldn't put Green
the
on
GOAT.
him because Green had the job of even guarding like Kevin Love, and he had to guard like all those other big men because again, Golden State's biggest problem for years has always been they don't have the big men. And DeMarcus Cousins was supposed to
They
be
prove they
the.
really don't need it.
Well,
I mean, it's true. DeMarcus Cousins was supposed
when
to
they
be
had Andrew Bogut, they were very effective.
but Bogut wasn't effective.
No, he
Bogut was
was.
just a body.
No, defensively, that year that they
Well,
lost, he was
you know,
extremely
it-
effective.
it
And
was
when he
good
got hurt,
because he was-
that's why they lost, because he got hurt.
Bogut was
They lost
good.
because Green.
No. We underestimate him. Those last two games, Bogut was hurt.
Bogut was good because he acted as a pick and roll guy.
Exactly.
I knew that was gonna get you started,
Nah, it was
though.
a
I knew that was gonna get you started.
He was the biggest. He was the biggest
as
point
Stephen
for
A.
Steph.
Smith says,
Baby Stephen A. or regular or girl Stephen A.
the stimulus package
Yeah.
with the bogus suspension is number one.
Okay.
Steph wasn't right.
Oh
Steph
we're not
wasn't-
gonna do that.
Steph wasn't right.
Okay,
He
so
wasn't.
we're doing that. Are you gonna give LeBron credit for the first finals? Because he didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love.
I mean, I always said it. It always mattered. Come on, if you don't have
Thank
Kerry
you.
and Kevin,
That's
Love,
all I
I never
wanted to
said
know.
that didn't matter. Of course
Okay.
it matters.
Okay.
Of course
Perfect.
it matters. You can't lose players of that stature and be like, oh, it don't matter. Of course it matters.
Perfect.
Amen.
That's cool. And I respect that. So that means we can be a lot lighter on LeBron in his matchups against the Warriors because he's always had to either battle playing by himself or playing with players that are hurt. And he still managed to make those series competitive. Whereas I don't know too many other superstars, past or present, that would have been able to do that against a team like Golden
Well,
State.
except for last season, because they just got swept.
Yeah, they did.
That's why.
They did.
Okay.
But he did everything he could. Triple-double.
Basketball at the end of the day still is a five-man sport. You know what I mean? Like LeBron could do everything he can and still lose because those other matchups just like it's like the play with J.R. Smith. What was LeBron supposed to do? Run up and snatch the ball out of his hands?
No, I agree.
You
There's
know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of there's a lot that goes on.
There's
I
just
agree.
a lot that goes on.
And that's a proven fact with Golden State. Like any other team who might have one star, maybe two, LeBron could mostly probably take over the game.
Okay.
But if you got those type of stars, it's
right.
hard to control it. Like
Yeah.
you can't.
Their first four, when they're healthy, their first four are
What
like
kind of stars are you talking about?
I'm talking about Golden State superstars.
yeah.
No. I'm saying that type of team because they play full team basketball.
Right.
Like they pass the ball. If you watch,
Who fault is that? Who dominating the ball, telling everybody,
but
you
LeBron
gonna stand all over here and just wait for me to pass you the ball
First of all,
so
y'all,
you can shoot it
we
through.
got
Is that the message?
We got a LeBron hater here. So,
I'm not a LeBron hater.
All right, let me make this clear. LeBron plays team basketball. He does. He just likes to facilitate it.
Oh, right.
I think that's playing into his detriment at this point of his career.
That's why he has so many assists, right?
Okay, so you know what? If LeBron is going to do that, then I feel like this. Don't go to a team that has a ball-dominant point guard. Go to a team where you can be the point guard, right? Or ask to shape a team where you're the point guard and you can facilitate the team, if that's your best attribute at this point.
Well,
That's
we
not
already
his
had
best
this
attribute.
conversation.
What is? He's not shooting.
But
He
let's
shoot.
LeBron is not. His best attribute is not shooting.
LeBron's best
getting
attribute
it
is
in.
LeBron's best attribute is being able
Stop
to drive to the basket.
LeBron getting it in. Stop.
Yeah, he is getting it in, but it ain't in the playoffs.
LeBron gets it in.
He getting it in everywhere but the playoffs right
I
now.
actually think it should be the opposite. LeBron needs to take a back seat away from point guard, and he needs a point guard he can trust.
Didn't I say that with the team the last team he had in Cleveland? Didn't I tell you that?
You felt
I
like he
said
should play off the ball.
He should have with the teammates that he had.
No.
He should have played more off the ball
Right.
because he didn't have knockdown 3-point shooters. He had guys that had the ability to hit threes,
No.
Yeah.
but he didn't have knockdown 3-point
He didn't.
shooters.
Yeah.
He
See,
did.
That's
you know why he plays on the
That's
ball?
why he shouldn't have played the
You
way
know why
he did last.
You know why he
last
plays on the
season.
ball?
I agree.
First of all, that's how he been going to freaking like 9 straight finals. So let's not act like that's.
And that's why they lost
All
against
right,
Golden
but
State.
let's not act like that's the reason why
Both
he's
good
not
points.
succeeding.
Both good
Hold
points.
on.
Both good points.
Second, he hasn't really had a real good point guard. Well, he had Kyrie.
What?
And
Yeah, he had Kyrie.
whatever. But it's good to have LeBron. He knows the strategy. He brings the attention. So people are on point looking for him, and he can just dish it off to somebody else. That's the whole game plan.
But I think that's what he was saying. He needs spot-up shooters. He doesn't need people that can
If you,
create shots for
I
themselves.
say if that's the way he wants to play, then you need more knockdown 3-point
Shooters,
shooters.
yeah.
Right, because
Which on the Lakers he didn't have.
in LeBron's head, because
And last
he's
year
LeBron,
either.
he can draw all
With
those
LeBron
double
injury.
teams to him, and then once he gets that double team, what LeBron's looking for is that open guy. Who's the guy
Like-
whose man came off?
Like I think we're all like trying to say the same thing, but pretty much I'm gonna sum it up into same words. LeBron's a GOAT.
No,
LeBron-
negative.
LeBron is.
You said a goat?
No.
He is a goat.
He is a
Negative.
goat. He is not.
No.
He's not
First,
the
first
GOAT.
of all, there's no 8 GOAT because what's the title of GOAT?
Greatest
Greatest of all
You know
time.
what?
So
I can see it.
if that's
I can
the
see it.
title, you
I can
can't
see
say, "Oh, you gotta go here." Go. No, there's only one GOAT.
That's
That's
not
Who's the
fair.
GOAT?
That's
not
Who's the
fair.
GOAT?
It's not him.
I can see.
It's not him.
Who's the GOAT?
It's not him.
No.
I can see.
Here's why I can't agree with there just being one GOAT. Right? Here's why. Because basketball has evolved so much. Bill Russell at one time was the GOAT.
No, but bro, that's why I concede. Because I don't look at it that way. I look at it exactly where you're going. It's by generation.
Right.
And then
It's
I
not
say,
all time.
then say, this guy's the GOAT of this era. Don't say, "Oh, he's the GOAT," because you're just saying the greatest of all times.
He's the GOAT for the past 30 years.
So, okay, so that's why
I
I
don't
said
know
y'all both made
30
a point.
years.
Because he is the
Pretty
GOAT.
much MJ.
But it's just not throughout the history of the league.
I don't care about
It's
nothing
just in
else.
this generation.
In
right?
this generation, for sure.
But let me tell y'all, this generation is over. There is another GOAT out there that is surpassing LeBron at this
For
point.
sure, his name's Kevin Durant.
There's a few of them, actually.
His name's Kevin Durant.
It's Kevin Durant,
Cupcake.
and it's
Steph
Kawhi
Curry.
Leonard.
There's no way I'm calling him
and
a
Steph
GOAT.
Curry. There's
There's
three of
no
them.
way I'm calling him a GOAT.
There's three of
And you
them.
see how he tried to argue with the Chris guy? I'm telling Cupcake.
Yo,
Cupcake.
Kevin Durant looks crazy
Who's
right
he?
now.
My whole situation with Kevin Durant is he has to
Okay.
go somewhere else,
Not here.
be that dude.
New York.
He
And-
come
and-
here. He
and
ain't gonna be able
prove
to
it.
handle people.
Yeah.
You can't make that move
Please.
to go to
He gonna end
Golden
up
State
crying on the sidewalk.
and then say, "Oh, this dude, he's the best player in the game." I can't agree
Now,
with that.
if
I
you-
believe he has the ability. He
Yeah.
can be that, but he got to prove it. You
If-
can't go to Golden State and do that.
If he comes to
I don't,
New
think,
York,
I,
I
don't
agree.
think Kevin Durant or LeBron are the best player in basketball right now. I know it's controversial, but I still believe, and I've believed for like the last 2 years,
Who?
Steph Curry is the best player in basketball.
I thought you were about to say somebody else. I would say, don't do that.
I wouldn't say
Don't
Steph
do
Curry is the
Steph is
best.
still the best shooter, but he's not the best.
I don't think he's the best.
You know why?
Start
Steph-
checking stuff off, and I guarantee you he'll stop at some point.
Maybe, I think for me, I think Steph changed the game so much into what we know the game to be now. And when he's hot, he is absolutely untouchable.
Yeah, he's the
I mean,
best
there's
weapon
people-
right now.
There's people
But
that's
that's not-
untouchable too.
His-
He's not the best player.
His handles completely underrated. Because Steph is one of the best penetrating point guards
everybody
in
know
the
he got
league.
handles.
Yeah, I don't think anybody underrates his handles.
No,
I
no,
think
no, no.
Kyrie got
They
better
do.
handles than
Because
him.
because
some
they
people do.
because they compare
think
him.
so?
They compare him to
Yeah.
Kyrie. They
I think
compare
Kyrie
him to.
better handles.
That's not fair.
I think
to compare
Kemba
to
Walker
Kyrie.
had
That's
better
what I'm
handles.
saying.
Because when I hear people talk about, even some of these commentators, when they talk about people with the best handles, I don't hear them bring up Curry.
They never bring up Curry. And
Well,
he's
what's
so
the list
quick.
that y'all normally hear?
I definitely hear Kyrie.
Yeah,
Of course.
Kyrie,
He's
I
the-
hear,
Kemba
I hear
Walker.
Kemba.
Kemba's up there. Kemba has better handles than him.
Who else do I hear?
Jamal Crawford has better handles.
Jamal Crawford's been in the conversation for
He's still
years.
playing.
He deserves to be. Yeah.
He's still playing.
He had a 50-point game this year.
He did at like
Killing.
what? How
Wait, he's on the Clippers?
He's like 38.
He's still on the Clippers?
No,
No, he's on the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, that's why I never.
He dropped buckets this year.
But,
That's
you
one of
know,
my favorite guards.
LeBron.
between handle, between
LeBron.
shooting, between the ability to finish at the free throw line, like Curry's overall game is probably some of the best we've ever seen, comparable to the greats now.
Of course.
And he's not even close to retiring.
But you said he's the best player.
I think
that's a
I think
different
he's the best player.
conversation,
He shoots better free throws than LeBron and all those other guys.
LeBron still has a better post game.
I think he could put up more points than those guys.
He's not a
Yo,
better passer.
I was watching the other day.
You
I
know,
was watching.
Not a better rebounder.
in his system, he doesn't need to be.
See, that's why I feel like that's unfair because that's how Steve Nash got 2 MVPs. Because we make the excuse of the system when other players are better.
No, well, in the way that he plays, Steph Curry, he doesn't need to be the facilitator because he's the one running around the court making the other guys tired. To bring up Nate's point, they're always running.
I know, Munch. Dave decides to come when you're not here, right?
But he's always running, making the other guys tired. Like it's the intangible that he's doing, as well as putting the numbers on the board, that I
Yeah.
think make him the best. And he goes up against people all the time that people are like, "Yo, Harden is gonna destroy Curry, Chris Paul gonna destroy Curry."
But you never get the opportunity to see that because
and he always gets on top.
But you want to know why that's not fair? They never guard each other, and they always hide
Chris Paul guards Curry.
They always hide Curry on defense.
Chris Paul guards Curry, and Curry made him fall twice.
Curry has like.
But he doesn't guard. He doesn't guard the players.
Hiding behind people.
He hides on defense.
I mean, he did the same thing with Iverson.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Steph
Iverson was one of the
they
best
did.
on-ball defenders in the league when he played, though.
No.
I don't remember Iverson
Negative.
being a
No,
great.
I remember
on-ball
Iverson
Negative.
playing defense.
LeBron. I mean,
Iverson
LeBron.
was good.
Iverson
was good for playing passing lanes, but Iverson was never that one-on-one defender, just like Steph.
But he would take on the challenge though. Like when he guarded Kobe in the finals. You gotta.
I mean, who else are you gonna put?
appreciate-
Eric Snow?
Aaron McKee was a great defender at the
No,
time.
I don't think you put.
No,
Aaron
you.
McKee.
Yeah, when they
Kobe's
played.
gonna embarrass.
No,
Aaron
no, no.
McKee.
When they played, the people that defended the best players was Aaron McKee and Eric Snow in the backcourt. They always hit. I agree with you. They did hide Iverson on
It was
defense
crazy.
around those
Iggy
guys.
was on that team.
No, that was later. No, that was later.
Iggy came in
I
2005.
think he was on the bench.
It was like 5-6. No,
Yeah,
he wasn't at the finals team.
Iverson and him played together, but for like a
Yeah.
year or two.
But I mean, Curry to me, he's a great offensive weapon, but he doesn't have that all-around skill that makes him the best player. And he's the most dangerous player because he increases.
Let's get down to it.
Wait, hold
What's
on.
that skill?
But wait, I'm gonna get to it. The reason why he's so dangerous is because you have to play defense 40 feet when you're playing against the Warriors with Curry in there.
As soon as he crossed that half court,
It's over. You have to guard up, and it opens so much. But that doesn't make him the best player. Kevin Durant still has better overall skill.
Oh God, you alright?
Jeez.
Like he's about to go through it.
The Royals just won.
But yeah, KD has the best overall skill.
Like the
And
last one of the
Kawhi
game.
is the better two-way player in the league. So I feel like there's better players than Curry in the league because they have better both ends of the floor skill sets. And they do it at a higher level. Curry's like 4 for me out of that list. He's 4.
He's definitely he's one for me. With LeBron and
That's
KD
nuts.
behind.
KD is behind
KD is a
Curry?
cupcake, but KD is way
Yeah.
better than.
That's kind of
Yeah.
nuts, yo.
You know why? Because the intangible of leadership that Curry has to Kevin Durant is
That's-
very different.
No, that's
know
different
what?
though. That's a different conversation.
I'll lean more toward his argument, and the reason why is this.
Wait, what argument that Curry's better than Durant? Okay.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Because Durant still has to go to somewhere else and prove it to me.
See, that's why
He has to.
I disagree with y'all because we're talking about individual
about skill,
accolades versus
legacy.
someone's skill set, right?
I'm not even. Well,
Legacy is
Because
a skill set.
if we're talking legacy, like you said, I agree with y'all. I go with Curry. But if we're just talking on the floor, who's the best player who can give you the most in a game? It's not Curry, because he doesn't do it on both ends.
Well, yeah, he doesn't.
I would give it to Durant.
But
I would give it to Kawhi. I would give it to LeBron, and then I would give it to.
You know, Kawhi's not
So-
even in my top.
so if that's the
five.
case,
I don't even want
I
to
don't
hear
even know
this.
how.
I don't
if
even
that's the
hear
case, I
this.
just want to ask you,
So basically, your list we can't even
why
trust.
didn't Durant close the deal when they was up on them 3-1?
See
'Cause
now,
it's a cupcake.
but see, that's
And
crazy.
I was just gonna say that y'all was talking, but I watched that game that solidified Curry as the best shooter of all time, and the submit of KD of being a cupcake and leaving and joining them. It was a great game. Great game.
It
He got the
was.
last buzzer beat. I think he had like 45. Curry had like 45 points in there. He had like 12 threes or whatever. In that
Because
game.
that's what Curry does.
And
it
Durant,
wasn't just
like
Curry,
they got video of
It's Clay.
Durant on the sideline like
Clay too.
this, like wow. And that's the game. After that game, he played for Golden State. Cupcake.
What Curry does best, because he's such a great
Hostess.
leader, is that when his team needs him, he goes off.
But he didn't. But he didn't, because he lost the same way that Durant lost. He lost in that very same fashion.
You had three
No, very-
chances.
in
No,
the
very-
same
very-
year, and that's nuts.
No.
How it happened in the same year, the very next
you are right.
series.
You are right.
You had three chances to win, and you couldn't do it with Russell Westbrook on your team.
Curry too.
Curry did do
Curry
that too.
too.
But he's going up against LeBron, who
Oh
everyone
my
no.
God.
Wait, let me finish.
No, come on, man.
Who is
Come
who
on.
at the
I thought we
time
talking about
was
KD.
Yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
the same year. The same
year that they beat KD 3-1.
They lost.
They lost 3-1 to LeBron in the final.
But they didn't lose. They didn't. They
LeBron
lost
was the-
3-1 again.
They
LeBron
lost.
was a GOAT. What are you talking about at that time?
LeBron was still the best player, and his team was not
Stop
hurt
it.
at all.
Bro, stop.
Not hurt
Come
at
on.
all that final.
That's actually not true, because Kevin Love was hobbled that entire series.
Kevin Hubbard has been hobbled his entire career.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it wasn't like
That's my point.
So it's like, what's the difference?
But we can't. But that's my point. So he had to play with a hobbled Kevin Love. We gotta give him that.
A hobbled Kevin Love can still be very productive. We've seen that.
Nah,
Yeah,
stop
but
it.
hold on.
Stop.
So Golden State had him up. They was up 3-1.
They was
right?
up 3-1 and they lost.
All right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, you can't downplay really Golden State. It could be just the greatness of LeBron that
I
made it
hate when
happen.
people. I don't like when people
See
give
what I mean?
people credit for one thing
y'all
and
ready,
then
y'all ready
discredit
to,
someone else
to
for the
tarnish
same
his
thing.
name for any little thing, but with something like that that's never been done, it's like y'all just
No, it was y'all. You just
I'm
called Kevin
giving
Durant a cupcake for that.
you just no, but LeBron won.
All right, and Curry lost.
All right, but
So how was he
did
not a cupcake?
Did Curry leave the freaking team to go to LeBron?
He didn't have to.
What if he
He
did?
already won a championship.
What if he did?
But that's what I'm saying. Semantics matter. Semantics matter.
No, I'm
right?
saying if he left
do.
and went to LeBron, Steph would be a cupcake.
That's not. So then LeBron's a cupcake.
LeBron's not a cupcake.
Why? Because he left and went to a super team.
Yeah, but he didn't leave to a team that beat him.
It doesn't matter though. He still went. He created this whole super team. And at first, when it first happened, everybody was not calling him a cupcake, but every other.
Now,
way.
I mean, let's be honest. People keep calling it a super team. It really wasn't a super team.
Yeah, it was.
Like, first of all,
They were-
Bosh wasn't playing the same like he was in Toronto. And let's be honest.
Why
Wade-
is that?
Wade was
Why
on
is
his
that?
last leg.
Because they
That's
made,
not true.
Because they made
That's
him
not true.
change his
Hold
game.
on, and-
That's why. It wasn't like
No,
his
yeah,
not like his
Because he was
diminished.
he did not.
Oh,
His numbers
Stand
went
out
down.
there.
Hey!
No, I
That's
agree.
why.
I agree.
And Dwayne Wade was on his last strings. Come on, stop.
No, he wasn't.
Yo,
No, he wasn't.
Wait,
Stop.
He was out.
This is my
I
problem.
know.
This is my
It's
problem.
every
with
conversation.
LeBron James fanatics.
No, so this
They always want to
wait.
big up LeBron.
LeBron
but he
came and
demonized
hijacked
everybody
the
else.
team.
This is a-
Wade ain't know what to do.
Wade-
He put his hands
Wade
up.
was
Now
on his
Wade
leg.
was on his last
hold on.
leg.
That first year they went to the
And
finals.
it was Wade that was
played
balling.
way better
Wade
than
was
LeBron
balling.
did in that
This is-
final.
this is a
LeBron
segue.
took the keys.
I'm gonna segue.
Wade
really
put his
quickly
hands up.
into something Bleacher Report posted earlier, which I found interesting. I want your opinion.
What they post?
They said that there have been only 3 players since 2000 to lead their team in scoring into the finals in the first year. Kawhi this year with Toronto, LeBron in his first year in Miami, and Jason Kidd with the Nets. Who do you think did it better?
Kawhi.
Of course, Jason Kidd. You would
I
have
got
pulled it
another
up.
question.
Kawhi.
How many of those teams actually won in the finals?
That's a good question.
None of them. so far.
So is that
If
a,
Kawhi does, he'll be the first one. But we
Is that a-
already know the Nets didn't do it. They
yes, we
We
know
already
they
know they
didn't
didn't
do it.
So that we're 0-2 so far with that. So is that's
Kawhi gonna win? Do you think he'll be the first to do that?
I don't think so. So that's an overrated stat then.
I don't think they're gonna be.
It's an overrated stat.
I think it's
If
interesting.
they do, somebody's gonna be winning big time in Vegas. Tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because the odds for Toronto winning
Matter of
are
fact.
for every $100 that you
Put a bet
win.
down.
I'll put a little 100 on it.
No,
I wouldn't be mad if the Raptors won either. I wouldn't be mad.
no, Toronto can't win.
I wouldn't be mad. I just don't want to hear Drake for the whole summer. That's
Like
it.
Kawhi deserves.
Toronto
it.
needs to.
We gonna get a whole Drake mixtape.
Speaking of that-
We're gonna get a whole mixtape. I don't want it.
I wanted Milwaukee to beat them, yo.
Yo,
did.
not for
In
nothing.
Toronto, I wanted
Yo,
this. I wanted that.
If I was Giannis and we beat them, you know how to get a shot to.
Oh, I'm going right behind. I'm going.
I
I would have known the signs that he did to the coach. Oh, what's up, Drake?
I don't win Jake
Come on.
like this.
Just staring at him.
But
Look,
look,
like,
but honestly,
Toronto energy went from 0 to
Toronto
100 real
got
quick.
Toronto got the sixth guy behind them.
That's a fact.
They do.
That's a good push.
They got a chance. They got a chance.
Nah, it's Golden State in 5.
It's all about
Unless someone get hurt, Golden State's washing.
Golden State
six
going.
guy. And the finals. They said the finals is gonna be the first time in Toronto.
No, for sure. Because
Got the whole OVO with them.
They've never been.
that's
Yo,
It's gonna be good for the
No, I
city,
don't trust it.
but I don't think they're gonna. Pull
I know.
It. They're not gonna pull
Their
it.
second best player is Kyle Lowry.
Yeah,
which is
and I
a
don't
beast.
trust
He's a
him.
beast. I'll keep playing down on him. He's a beast.
I wouldn't
He's been a beast
I
for
wouldn't
years.
say he's a
He's a
beast.
beast.
You just killed your credibility.
I wouldn't
You
say
just
he's
killed
a
your
beast.
credibility
He's a
right
beast.
now.
I wouldn't go
He's a
that far.
beast.
He just
I
showed
wouldn't
up
say he's
last
the
2
best.
games.
He's a beast.
Nah, I wouldn't even go that far.
As far as like the best second person on a team, top 5.
Top
Who?
5.
Second best person on the team?
Who, Lowry?
No.
As the second best on someone's team?
Oklahoma
Best of
City.
all time. Are you serious?
Oklahoma
No, not
City.
all time. No.
Not
hell
even
no.
today.
of
What
this
are you
season.
talking about this season?
No.
Maybe top 10.
Even
Top
this
10.
season?
Top 10. Top
Of
10.
course it'd be top 10.
Top 10.
That's not saying much though.
Yeah, it's
Top
not.
6.
Top 10 maybe, but not top 5.
Six.
Not top 5.
Not even close.
Top 6. He ain't 6. Put
So
it like
okay,
that.
so we saying it's not close. Let's run down the list. Who would be number 1? Golden State.
Golden State for
for
sure.
a second player?
Yes,
For second
because it'd be
player,
Curry.
No, it'd be-
Whoa, Curry's first. Stop it.
Yeah,
Curry is not-
I'd put
stop
Curry
it.
first.
Stop it.
But you know, it don't. Look, it
If
don't
they had a
matter.
choice to keep Curry or
Yo,
KD,
no,
they
no,
would keep
no, I gotta go with that.
it don't
because-
matter.
Y'all
listen,
looking at it a different way, but go ahead. Go ahead.
KD might be
The
better,
stat- the-
but
that's what I'm saying.
But they
The
value
stats.
Steph more.
That's
The
not what I'm
stats
saying.
show when they play with Curry without Durant,
They win
the
more.
record is better.
I
than
agree.
when
Cause
Kevin
I
is
agree.
there
it's
and
hard to
Curry
win
is
with a
gone.
cupcake
But
on the floor.
I agree with that. But that doesn't make him the best player on the team.
but look-
That makes him the most important
No,
player.
they're still number 1 because it don't matter whether you flip it. Oh, Curry's number 2 or
No, no.
Durant's number 2.
Right.
It don't
Either
matter.
way, they're number 1.
Either way, they're number 1.
Either way. So number 2 would be who?
Oklahoma City. Whether you put Russell Westbrook or Paul George,
You definitely put rest
you're-
first.
you're-
Wait, hold on.
it
Let me
doesn't
think about
matter.
that for a second. You said Oklahoma City?
yeah. Paul George and Westbrook are
No, I
legit.
wouldn't definitely put West
superstars.
first.
Because I got to think about that for a second.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't matter who goes first. Either way you
I know.
flip it,
It's a good team.
they're probably number 2.
What about James Harden and Chris Paul?
They're definitely
They're
in the top 5.
5.
They're in the top 5.
Okay, I would give you OKC. OKC's 2.
Yep.
I would go with Danny with that.
Yep.
I would say 2.
And then you also have to think about Portland. CJ McCollum and
They're not 3 though.
Damian
I
Lillard.
think-
Not 3.
I think
5. They're in
honestly,
They're
I
in
think
5.
as the two tandems, I think they're the second best in the league
I think.
Cool.
I think.
on Trailblazers.
I don't know. Second best is tough.
Because it doesn't translate to much. It just started
Yeah.
translating now,
Yeah.
but we got to see it being consistent.
Yeah.
I think, see, and that's why I had to really think about OKC. Because I really haven't seen that really translate to anything much either.
But we're talking about individual play, second best
So if
player.
I'm looking at it that way,
Just
I
individual.
got to go with OKC. Third, I got to go with James Harden and Chris Paul.
Yes.
I have to go with them 2.
Yeah.
4, that's tough.
Yeah.
Would
kicking
you
somebody out.
put what's his name would you put Philly up there?
No.
That's tough.
Top
No.
5? No. Not even close.
Their 1 and 2 that aren't strong.
Not even
Top
close.
five.
Because
I wouldn't even
So
think.
who else would you put up there then?
So we have OKC, Golden State, Portland so far, Houston. 5 to round it off.
I mean Portland. Oh no. We said Portland already. Fifth one to round them off. I mean it's tough.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
saying
lie.
who else? Because they got 2 of the top players in the league.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this dynamic. Even though he's a really young player, Because you said only reason why I'm gonna say them is because you said Philly. I'm gonna say Kyrie and Jason Tatum.
I was thinking Boston too.
Because I like them better than I like Embiid and Simmons.
If what's the name played like he did last year, I could go with that. But this year he took a
I
step.
put Butler over
That's a
Simmons.
huge step.
I put Butler over
But
Simmons.
look at Ben Simmons though.
Oh, that's true, Butler.
I put Butler over Simmons.
We were thinking.
Bro, Butler did way more than
We
Simmons
were
this
thinking
year, bro.
Embiid and
Did it?
Simmons.
He just
but it's
scored
Butler.
more. That's it.
I definitely put Butler.
I wouldn't say he's the second best player because he only scored more, but Ben Simmons added more to the team as far as facilitating and assisting and rebounding, and he acted as guard/big man throughout the entire season. He adds more to the team than Butler. He just can't shoot.
No, he doesn't.
So tell me what Butler does.
Everything.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the ball in his hand to pass. So how does he do everything?
He's not a point. Butler's not.
He's
a point.
not. He doesn't crash the boards. So how does
Give
he
him
do
the ball,
everything?
he's scoring.
So again, Butler, I wouldn't put above Simmons.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
I wanted to ask you, since you here last week we talked about the Aisha Curry thing, and
I find out like the memes were.
did you watch what we
the
did
memes
last
were
week?
amazing.
Whatever?
Yeah, he jump in that
All
conversation.
right, so
We
I
were
was
top
like,
five.
I was gonna ask you, since you're, pretty much married now, and if your lady said that, how would you feel?
I'm upset. Here's my thing. It's interesting because when you've been in a relationship for so long with the same person, you know what I mean? You already know sort of how they feel. And the older you get, you start to worry. Not to worry, but you start thinking about if other people find you attractive. So I get that. I wouldn't be mad at it. I get it. I wouldn't be upset at all.
Now.
I wouldn't be upset at not one bit.
Well, I mean, y'all
Not
different.
one bit.
Y'all different. But it's like, what if it was the other way around, and you said that?
I don't think she would care
feel
either.
the type of way?
No, I don't think she would care either. I can say that with probably like 80% confidence, but I don't think she would care. Like 80%. It's not 100%.
He's at 80%.
Could be wrong.
But yeah, I don't think she would care either.
Now, I like I said last week, I think she's just a different version of a Christian clout chaser.
No, I don't think so.
Like on 6ix9ine level with Christian version.
Here's the thing. I think Aisha Curry is in a very interesting predicament where let's keep it 100. Steph Curry is not the ugliest guy in the league. All right,
He's definitely not Popeye.
But what I'm saying
he's
is,
not. He's not Popeye Jones.
well, what I'm saying,
For sure not.
first of all, pause. But second of all,
Sure not.
Sorry,
it,
Papa.
like they said, if he was
Popeye's
like
cool,
a regular dude working at Target or something,
Right.
come on.
But because he's Steph
Money
Curry,
makes everybody attractive at some point in their,
right.
in
But
their career.
add on top of it that he's not an ugly dude, then you definitely gonna have women
I agree.
chasing him.
I agree.
And then what can she actually control from that situation? There's nothing that she can actually control.
But she's not saying
The way she looks
she
at
don't
it.
care.
That's the only thing you can
She don't
look
care
at.
about the
Her
women coming at
perspective.
him. She's not. She's worried about why guys are not coming at her like that.
No, that's not true. She actually does care about people. That was part of her argument.
Right.
Was
She definitely cares about women coming after
they
Curry.
always come after Steph, but no one shows me attention.
Right.
So she's comparing the attention between the two.
Right.
Sound like she
Because she mentioned
Sound
do sound like a hater,
Sound like a
bro.
hater.
in that same
She
interview.
sound like a hater.
In that same interview, she mentioned how one of the groupies was trying to get to Curry when he was in the car.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yo,
She like
imagine
stuck
being
half
her
her body in the car, and then the lady had the audacity to just say, "You know what you got yourself into." Like, really?
Yeah, so that was
That's kind of wild.
that was violation.
Hold on. So the
That was
girl was
violation.
hanging outside the car, like halfway in the car.
Yeah,
And
trying
they
to get to Curry.
And they rolled up the window or something.
I don't know if they rolled
I
into
would've.
it.
So what are you talking about? Hold on. What are you talking about? You know
Rolled
what
it
you
right
got
up on
yourself into. What are you talking?
She
Oh,
said,
Steph looked at her and said,
No.
The girl said that to Aisha.
said that to Aisha.
You knew what you was getting yourself into when you married him.
You're damn right.
I mean, she's not wrong. That's
I mean,
all
she's
I'm
not-
saying.
she's not wrong,
I
but-
mean, true, but it's
but
still
the
violation for
disrespect.
her to say that
Right.
to the wife.
I
Like,
She's
rolled
like, yo,
that
that
window up
was
so
violation.
fast.
No.
They got 3
Yeah,
kids together.
yeah,
It's
that
like,
was
Keeping it real. There's vultures out here.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
Listen.
I'd have pulled that
There's
window up so
vultures out
fast.
here.
you plan on getting married one day? Okay, I'm giving you helpful advice. That's violation, all
a
right?
fact.
All right, it's violation, but
You look at them
Look,
two
look, look,
dudes
look,
over
look,
there,
look,
and you asked them. That's
right, there's a
violation.
difference between us and Steph Curry.
Nah, principles
Yes.
still apply.
It's,
nah.
it's still the same
Now, it's-
principle.
It's the same
No,
thing.
it's not.
It is.
If girls throwing themselves at you, it's different. They
You
don't.
ain't
They
never
don't
had a
hate
girl
you.
violate you when you with your girl? Or violate your girl in front of her?
I mean,
That's disrespect.
I'm not Steph.
But you've never had that happen.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Also, we don't know what Steph did. You know what I mean? I think that the missing perspective from all of this is when things like that happen, we don't know what Steph does. You know what I mean?
What if Steph is a dog?
Does Steph dismiss
Well,
it?
man, you don't know what happens behind closed doors.
You don't. You really don't.
I think Steph. Let me stop. That's my
You dry
704
snitching?
buddy.
You dry snitching?
Dry snitching.
Hey, I don't know what's that.
That's my 704 homie.
Oh man.
But yeah, no. It's a messed up
Florida
situation.
died.
But I like it. Let's pivot for a second.
Yes,
I want to
go.
talk about baseball really quickly.
Yankees. Even though we just took
Those
an L today.
Yankees, because this is impressive. The Yankees started the year off 6-9. We didn't start off very well. We lost most of our superstars. Aaron Judge hasn't played since
We lost all of them,
mid-April.
except like 2.
Giancarlo hasn't played since early April. We lost our ace early April after one start. We lost pretty much everybody. There's about $120 million, I believe, sitting on the injured list.
Oh shoot.
It's a lot. Since we started 6-9, the Yankees have been 28-9.
Way better.
Still
It's like we're doing way better without them.
We've been 28-9 in the last 27 games.
Number 1 in our division for the
Number
longest.
1 in our division.
beast.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about a team losing their superstars? Could that happen in any other sport where a team loses
Honestly,
all of its superstars
I think-
we seen
and
it
are
last
able
year.
to pull off?
We seen it last year with
I think,
Boston.
like, the superstars are really probably healed by now.
Uh-huh.
And they're just, like, holding them off. Just, like, we see how long the streak going to go.
Right. I mean,
Just
we
like how
lost today, but
like CC, he's, like, playing in the minor leagues right now.
yeah, because he's hurt.
But he's saying he's better. And it's like, they didn't pull him yet.
Cause he's a bag of bones. He's like what? 50.
He's 40.
Wow.
But you can't disrespect the legend. He's a legend.
I love CC, but we have to be realistic.
Wow.
He's
No, we are
old.
being realistic. This is
He's
last year.
old.
This is last year
Come
for sure.
on.
It's time to hang it up.
But
Yeah.
in what other sport
He's a
could
legend.
this sort of happen where you lose that many people?
Yeah, we've seen it.
Well, not one person,
We've seen
but
it.
that many people. It's like if the Cavaliers lost LeBron, Kyrie,
Bad
and
examples.
Love, and somehow Tristan Thompson and that team beat the Warriors. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's like-
I mean, let's be
pipe
fair.
dream.
Let's be
The pipe
fair.
dream.
They really didn't play nobody.
Oh,
They played like the sorriest teams most of that record.
Well, no, we also played Minnesota, who has the best record in the American League. We beat them 2-3 in that series. We played Tampa Bay, who was leading our division, beat them 2-3 in that series. So yeah, we're playing teams. I mean, we can do better. We don't play
ain't played
Boston yet.
We ain't played
No,
Houston
we
yet.
played Boston. We
ain't
played Boston. We beat Boston, and we played Boston again this week. Which
Did
should
y'all
be
win the
fun.
series?
We did win the series. We did win the series. So I think like
Yeah, we just swept
most of the
Baltimore
Yankees
twice.
teams,
Like it was
most of the
nothing.
Yankee team right now is from AAA.
Yeah.
Like these are the guys that weren't even close to being ready, and somehow they are the best team in the American League East.
And I feel bad for
It's
them.
the Yankees.
Right, it's the Yankees.
It's also the regular season. We'll see.
But my question stands: in what other sport could that happen, where you lose all of
I'm
those
hating right now.
people, and your team somehow finds success in the reserves?
In the regular season or the playoffs?
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Regular
In
season?
either. And I
I
get your
mean-
point with Boston.
Well, how many stars have to go down? Because in basketball, we only have like what, 2
The
stars
Yankees
per
lost
team.
almost all of their starters.
The whole starting 5.
Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gary Sanchez was hurt for some time. Didi hasn't been back yet. Their ace is still gone. Our third baseman that we have, Miguel Andujar, just had season-ending
He's
surgery.
been going the whole season. That pitcher.
Yep, he's been going like we've been injured
He
the
just
whole
learned
year.
English. He got injured.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: Does it count if it's not injuries? It's trading your best players or getting rid of your best players?
I say
Is it the same thing?
I say injuries because there's always the hope that the player comes back. You know what I mean?
But the dynamic of the best players not being there is still the same.
Yeah, it'd be different if the player's gone. You know what I mean?
Because I was gonna say the Clippers, because they got rid of all their stars.
Uh-huh.
Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul. They got rid of everybody, and they still managed to be extremely competitive this year and carried that into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean
They
that
weren't
was
hurt,
really
but they
impressive.
got rid of everybody.
That was
So
really
they
impressive.
literally their best point guard was
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly.
Yep.
I mean,
Which is a good point guard.
and they even traded away Tobias Harris, who was their leading scorer this year, and they still managed to be competitive. So I mean, that's the only thing I could think of right now.
I mean, it'd be interesting because maybe we'll see that with the Giants this year. You know, the Giants decided to trade their safety who was the best, one of their best
I'm a
players.
Browns fan this week.
They just tried to trade OBJ.
Yeah,
You know what I
man,
mean?
it's
At some
crazy.
point, it's coming. They're gonna bench Eli.
And they drafted Daniel Jones from Duke. Who goes
What?
to Duke to scout players? I didn't even know they did
The
that.
New York Giants.
Eli gonna go to another
They
team.
were the only
and ball.
scouts in the stands.
Disgusting.
And then Saquon Barkley, is that his name?
Saquon
I feel
Barkley.
bad for that
Yeah.
young man.
He's gonna have to be their anchor. So imagine losing him,
Waste
and
of
now all
talent.
you're left with is Eli Manning and
Well, if we lost
or no,
Eli,
if you
we had Daniel
lost
Jones.
Eli and you had Daniel Jones, you lost your best wide receiver. Like, do you think if the Giants then came back, do you think that's possible in football, or is football too predictable?
You know what? I think no, it's football. It can happen in football.
I think football is unpredictable.
You
Yeah,
think
it
football's
is.
unpredictable?
It is.
Really?
Yeah, it's a more
I mean, I
unpredictable
think
sport.
it's more unpredictable
Well,
than basketball.
if you really
It's-
think about
it's
it,
more unpredictable than any sport. I
Tom
think.
Brady's been doing it for years.
Tom Brady's always had
Cheater.
someone good though.
No, he
Cheater.
makes people good.
I mean, Randy Moss.
Cheater.
Right, but
Yeah, he
he
got
didn't
too
really
many
do too
scandals.
much with him. He
Cheater.
always had no names in. Wow.
There was
Yeah.
he's
Cheater.
he's the cheater.
Wow.
Deflate Gate.
Cheater.
Wow.
Stealing the tapes and the calls. It's too
Yeah.
many.
Cheater.
It's too many, man. It's too
All
many.
right, all right. Let's just say he was cheating. Let's just say that's real.
Then you just go.
I mean,
out.
he-
So we ain't got to
We
say
got
it.
to say it.
So you're telling me
It's already
that's the
proven.
only team cheating?
That's the only team that's
They the
in
only
league
one
that
thought
caught-
about
Here's
it?
the thing: it's only cheating if you get caught. So
Right. So yeah.
they got caught.
Yeah. Is there a question? Yeah.
So are you not sitting here saying Tom Brady is not the greatest quarterback of all time?
No,
Nope.
I still think Joe Montana is. in my
Negative.
opinion.
mine is actually Drew Brees.
Really?
Yes,
Statistically, he is.
statistically, Drew
But
Brees
I
is the
think
best
overall,
quarterback of all time.
It's Joe
The
Montana.
disrespect.
I wish he had more rings, but
Joe Montana is undefeated in the Super Bowl.
he is.
Sure.
He what 6-0?
Just like
5-0.
Jordan, just like Jordan
5-0.
is undefeated in the finals.
finals.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so we compare.
Hold
Okay,
on,
so
hold
it
on,
seems like
hold on.
LeBron and
Hold on, you
Brady.
say he was
is-
6-0?
no doubt, no doubt.
Didn't
Okay,
Brady win
definitely.
7?
All right.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna be mad at the comparison.
But Brady's lost.
Yeah, but he's been more.
Brady's more
But
LeBron
he won 7.
than anything.
He's won more than he even went.
He's won 6.
No, for sure,
He
for
was
sure.
We're
seven,
undefeated
Not 7.
against him in
No,
the
not 7.
In the playoffs, yeah,
Super Bowl.
yeah, the Giants. They beat him twice.
2-0.
Yeah, but
Twice.
he still won
He's
more
won
than
3
any
times so
great
far in
player
the
you're
Super Bowl.
thinking about.
No, for sure. I mean, LeBron's won more than he's lost, but I mean,
No, he did.
No, he
No.
didn't.
how many?
Negative.
How many did he
he's
lose?
lost-
LeBron lost like
He
6.
lost 5.
He's lost 5. He has 3,
No, he's lost 6. I'm sorry.
and he has 3.
He's won 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
He's 3 and
LeBron-
6. It's
he's
a really
he-
bad
He's
record.
way behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's
so-
tough. Ah, that's so
That's-
tough to
that's
swallow.
not even-
He's 3 and 6 points. He's 3-6.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Brady got 6 and with 2 losses, right?
You know his
No.
percentage is way
3
low.
losses.
3.
He has
3.
3
6 and
losses.
That's
6.
amazing numbers.
No, it is, and I'm not taking anything away from the
When you
numbers.
cheat, what you expect?
All of that is tough, man.
The tuck rule.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh
That
man,
was trash.
Yeah, against the Raiders.
was trash.
We watched that in 2002. I was so
I watched
pissed
that
off,
game.
man.
that was such a
Oh man,
I forget the guy's name. That was a great play.
bro.
such a
That was
Um,
a great play.
Richard, was it Seymour?
No,
It wasn't Seymour.
no. There's a dude from I think he went to Michigan. I can't.
was a
can't
black
remember
guy,
his
right?
name. Yeah,
Oh man,
can't remember his name right now. That
it's
was
at
a
the
great-
tip of my tongue.
That was a great play.
But while we're talking about people who take losses and who's not, let's switch over from sports and let's talk about the baby situation. I know you guys were talking about it earlier,
Put the foes up.
because I find that situation absolutely hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
So
I thought
people,
I thought it was
people,
so funny.
people about to get locked up, might lose their life. It's hilarious.
Might lose their life.
Who's getting locked up?
The baby known out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
nah.
don't, I don't
Yeah,
think
it
anybody
was
getting
mad
locked
funny to
up.
me.
It was,
mad funny.
it was in Charlotte.
And then
I
the,
know he had it on him.
dude went on and was still putting stuff on Instagram.
I didn't get to see those.
By the way,
which
the
is
guy, I
hilarious.
forgot his name. He's like something Cash, something whatever.
It's like Cam Cohar or something
Cam
like
Cohar,
that.
that's it. His dude
I don't even
on,
know who
it's
that
a dude
is.
on the east side. Like some people know him, but he ain't really well known like that. Now he is because, like, in the shows on his stuff, the first day the baby got signed to Universal, that's when he started talking crap about him. Didn't like he might have known him before that, but he ain't had no problem with him or nothing like that before until that. So he basically hating on him, clout chasing, and you see how the video surfaced. Like the dude walked up to him trying to, if somebody got beef with somebody, nobody's thinking about putting them on video and
2019
whatever.
ball.
It's
And then
2019.
you see him recording it. You see the baby and I forgot dude's name. Dang, went to school with him. He was they was at the register not paying him no mind. So and what the guy tried to say was that the baby went up to him first. And I'm like, the baby wasn't worried about you. You could tell. Like, if somebody had beef with somebody, you wouldn't be worried about paying for something. Like,
he was he released a video earlier today when he was back at the same Louis Vuitton store, and he was talking to the security guard, and he was asking the security guard, he was like, "Yo, how many people jumped me?" The security guard was like 2. So I don't know the situation. Maybe the video that
I figured it was 2 people, but either way, he still. I mean, he clout chased.
first of all,
That's all it came down to. Really.
like, even if he got jumped, people might look at that different ways. But if you're minding your business, doing your own thing, dude trying to mess with you, and you make like millions of dollars or on the verge of making millions of dollars, why would you even think, oh, let me just do what the people think I should do and just fight him one-on-one in the middle of a white person's mall? Because there's nothing but white people in there.
Well, you would know the mall's in North Carolina.
It's in North Carolina, but it's in the like real ritzy area.
The affluent area.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In the video, after he knocked him out, he came out his pants. Did he say he went one-on-one with him?
According to the guy, the 2 of them jumped.
Now he probably
did the baby say that?
Like, it looked like he might have started out like that, but like I said, the dude that was with him.
He's security. I mean, what you gonna do?
I'm saying, hold on. The dude that's with him, like I was telling them before you came, if that's how I eat and I'm supposed to protect him, why wouldn't I help him?
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with you.
If your job as security is to protect this person,
don't even do nothing.
Like,
Stay right here. I got it.
Let him shoot the ones.
I got it.
He tells security guard coming, let him shoot the ones.
It's your job. Protect them.
But okay, now I agree with y'all. Let's play devil's advocate. Even though that is the right thing to do, why then get on camera and say you went one-on-one?
Because he probably like,
maybe
honestly,
the baby is the one that landed the blow.
He probably
That's
did.
not one-on-one though.
Look. He probably, because when the baby was going to him, dude wasn't even paying attention to that. Like, he was still at the register doing whatever.
Yeah.
And he might have did get a little one-on-one with him, and then who knows? Maybe he knocked him down, and they jumped him.
That's false, but that's kind of false claiming though, because it one-on-one. It means you never entered the fight. If you fighting with somebody and I enter the fight, that's not a one-on-one. If you and him are fighting and I never enter the fight, that's a one-on-one. So if you knock him out and y'all squared up one-on-one and you out here like, yeah, I knocked him out, just my hands, right?
He might have.
That's your hands. Like, you
knocked him out though.
But but if I'm helping you and you land the blow, that's not. You can't be like.
What if he knocked him out before the dude started helping?
But that's different. But that's according to what they're
but
saying.
we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We don't. That
only one side of the story is talking.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
it got cut off. I don't know.
But you know,
that's why I don't care. I don't care about that part. Like, I don't care if it was a one-on-one. The best part for me is him coming out his pants. To me, that's the highlight. Pause. That's the highlight.
That's the best part.
Yo, he's sitting up there. His face is almost on the wall like this. Blood coming down, and he's coming out his
That's
pants.
what he get. That's what he get, man.
First and foremost,
nothing but a
yo,
clout
don't ever
chaser,
show.
man.
We was talking about this off camera. Yo, bro, don't come into the fight, and you know you about to start a fight and sagging your pants.
Don't ever start.
Like,
Don't sag your pants around somebody that wear Pampers.
That's a crazy moral.
That is a crazy moral to this story.
He tried to put a pamper on him.
You mean to tell me he had some super huggies?
He tried to put a pamper on him. That's what happened.
That's his trademark. That's
His
the baby's trademark.
That's how you know he was there.
The trademark of the baby is to knock you out and put you in Pampers.
Put a pamper on him. Yo, don't make me put a pamper on you. Snap of the finger.
He told his mans, yo, go give me the huggies. Get the huggies out the bag.
So while we on music,
Man,
do you guys have a song of the summer yet? It seems like people are trying to fight for
J.
the spot.
Cole, Young Thug,
So let's
Travis Scott.
So you think that song of the summer?
So far.
Nah, that Nipsey, that higher.
The DJ Khaled track. Do you have one?
I'm out of touch.
You not listening to any new stuff yet?
I listen to all the old stuff. So.
I honestly think all the rap artists that have like tried to claim to make, because Ty Dolla $ign had that song with J. Cole, Purple Emoji.
Sick.
Good song, not song of the summer.
Nah, I don't.
The London with Young Thug, Travis Scott, J. Cole. Those songs, sorry, not song of the summer.
The Nipsey joint that he said.
The Nipsey joint,
Higher joint.
great song, not song
Great
of the
for
summer.
a different reason.
Right.
Because if I could make an argument that if Nipsey
Well,
was still here,
John Legend's melody on this song
carried the track.
is great.
He carried it to a different level.
It still would have been.
But if Nipsey was still here, would that track be as important?
Yes.
I think so.
You think?
The melody and just the way it's all arranged.
Okay.
I think it's a great track.
But,
to
no,
Nipsey's real fans,
as great, because the reason why the track is where it's at,
I
it has a
get
lot
what
to
you
do.
mean. There's an extra boost
It's
to
an,
it.
it's always like that.
but not to his real fans.
I mean, I guess.
Yes, I agree.
guess.
I
But
agree.
I mean, for a lot of people who weren't fans of Nipsey,
Casual fans.
casual fans, it adds an extra layer to it.
It does.
I don't think any of those songs are. My song of the summer actually.
Hold on, before we put. Okay, say. Oh, no. Now, because I can see you going to something else, but the reason why I put that at a higher stand for Nipsey, for his real fans that have been rocking with him for a couple years, it's because this is just another video like a trophy. You know what I'm saying? This is like like I had a whole victory lap. This is a trophy moment for him.
No,
'Cause
for
look,
sure.
He got Khaled, John Legend, in you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, Khaled
In the
got
hood.
him and John Legend.
I think
No.
It's Khaled's
No,
song.
Khaled's in his hood right now. We're shooting that video.
No,
you know
no,
what I'm
sure.
saying?
But imagine the video didn't exist because I'm not talking about the video.
talking about the song itself.
We're just talking about the song.
Right. I think Nipsey would have continued being underrated like he was. I feel like what he was doing last year, he was being underappreciated. Even though he got a Grammy nod, his album is getting more love globally now.
Yeah, because he got it.
But that's my point. When that happens, you see that person's appreciation go up. If he was still here, I think all this fake love that he's getting from certain people.
Look, it's fake love,
wouldn't be
but
there.
the one thing I can say from a lot of other people's fans who die hard for their artists, whatever, Nipsey actually 100% tried every line to inspire people, not just to make a good song. He wanted
for
to
sure.
inspire people.
That's very
And in the song, he does a good job at that.
True.
I get your point. Where the extra boost for fans who don't know Nip.
That's the highest,
It added to
highest thing you can do in life is
You know what I
inspire
mean?
somebody else.
I think the John Legend melody carries the track.
For sure.
I just think it's well arranged.
And what's the song that
The
you
song
said?
of the summer, in my opinion, if you haven't heard it, you guys need to listen to it. It's a song called "Juice" by Lizzo.
I got that juice.
And when you hear the song,
I
it
hope
is
so.
clearly
I've seen the visuals.
Yeah, it's clearly the song of the summer.
I don't think so.
I don't think any song has come close.
I think I've seen that.
Like no
Ain't it a
song
new
has come
song?
close. And I think a lot of what people are wanting from Song of the Summer are something basic, something you can ride around in your car and listen to. And I don't think that's it. You remember when when B.O.B. and Bruno Mars came out with that song, "Nothing on You," back in 2011? That was clearly the song of the summer. No big basses, no nothing. It was all melody. And I think songs like that stand a better chance. Yes. I think songs like that stand a better chance in actually being great all summer long than the trap hits. Because we're getting trap hits throughout the year anyway. I think the Baby Suge is a close second. Because
Bitch, I'm the baby, know you heard about me.
I think that
song-
energy's
song-
gonna fade before the summer really hits.
No, but you know
I
how
don't
big
know.
of a wave that Suge song was?
the Suge song is gaining momentum.
Was
No, it's still gaining
It still
momentum.
is.
gaining momentum?
I've heard it on the radio more
Bruh,
and
everybody,
more
everybody
and
and
more.
their mom, all of the young kids is doing the dance everywhere they go.
And now they're making like
I think we
funny
keep,
videos from it. Like it's
we're-
gonna blow.
like
up.
we're mixing arguments when we say certain statements. I'm not saying kids are not doing the song. We're talking about Song of the Summer. The summer's a long way. The end of the summer is still a long way from here, right?
For sure.
We've seen songs pop, and their energy doesn't consistently
Now,
stay there the
let's-
entire
let's-
summer.
let's
Hold on,
set it-
wait. Because we've seen examples last year where songs were good, and they just didn't last the whole summer. I think the song Suge, it's a movement, but it's not gonna last the whole summer for it to be the best record of the summer.
I don't know, the melody and Suge and just the simplicity of the instrumentation make it so accessible to people to listen to.
the young people,
That's
people
enough to
really
give it the best
decide
song?
whether
I
how
think
long
so.
it,
I think it stays
long it
stays
lasts.
in your head.
No,
young
not
people
that
decide
song.
how long a song lasts.
They do. They do.
You might have your personal favorite, just like that little, what's that song that all little kids singing? The do 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 do. That's because the kids loved it.
Oh, you're talking about Baby Shark.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
mean
mean,
like songs like that. Like
I'm being
even with
objective.
the whole Soldier Boy, the Crank That, because the kids was in it with the dance.
But
and
Old
everything.
Town Road is a bigger song and bigger movement globally than Suge.
No, it's not.
How is it not?
You know what? Old Town.
Globally, it is a bigger song.
Bigger than Suge? Yes.
To you.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
You have to be objective.
Chart-wise,
Globally,
I mean,
it is a bigger track.
It is a bigger track. But I think Old Town Road has been around so long, and it's been out for so long, that we're going to wait for his next thing. Like, we've never gotten a body of work from Lil Nas. We only have one song to go on. Apparently, there's a new song he has coming out called Panini, but that hasn't come out yet.
I think what you just said is what's going to happen to Suge. Like I said, it didn't just come out last month. It's been out.
Right, but...
Since the beginning of the spring.
But just the baby and his movement, and I think just that Suge track itself, I think it's gonna carry at least until end of August.
And that's why I feel like because we have a project for him and because of the baby's not just the song, but now he's becoming bigger than the song itself.
For sure.
Right?
I mean, that's what you want. You don't want the song to become bigger than the artist.
So he's becoming bigger than the song. When that happens, normally the energy goes from the song to the player. I mean, to the song. Right. I mean, to the artist.
We've seen it.
So we're not going to look at Suge, the song. We're going to start looking at the artist, right? And he's taking the energy from the song with everything else. We've seen the same thing with 6ix9ine. Kumo was huge, right? But then he started taking energy from the song because of everything else that was going on.
Right. I mean,
that's what's going to happen with Suge.
Let's see how the culture takes it, and what they do.
And we've all lived long enough. Only reason why I'm making this assessment is because I've lived long enough to see this happen multiple times, where an artist becomes bigger than the record, and it just takes the energy from the record, and the record doesn't last.
See, I mean,
because everybody's talking about his fights recently more than his music.
Like he's fought like 2 bodies, like 3 different situation fights, but his song's been popping. Like that has not stopped him.
But we all,
but he's not doing it. He's not doing it for clout.
Right.
People coming at him.
I understand that, but we're also not speaking about now. We're forecasting, right? So taking the information we have now to forecast, I can see the antics and him putting out other music is gonna take away the energy of the song Suge, and other songs are gonna take that place.
I mean, let's see.
You got people with graduations singing that song.
Yeah.
They got that
but
basketball team that won the
what?
title. Like they
Now.
June?
Nope, it's now.
No, it's
college.
I agree, but it ends in like what, June? We're not gonna see that throughout July, August, and everything like that.
Again, we have to wait and to see what the culture does with it.
We've seen this
Twitter,
before,
Instagram,
though.
all that. Like, if the comedians get a hold of it, if the memers get a hold of it.
But they have though. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Just like when Drake's song came out, what is it called? In My Feelings.
Yeah.
When everybody got a hold of that song, it was huge.
Right.
He waited to put the visuals out on purpose. You want to know why? Because once the energy from that song starts to die down, and Drake is a walking, what do you call that?
Billboard.
Yeah, he's a walking billboard, but at the same time, he's a walking article. Everybody always has something to say about Drake, so he normally takes the energy out of some of his songs. At some point, Kiki started dying down, and then he drops the visuals, and it's right back. The thing that's going against the baby, I feel, is he dropped the visuals with the song so close to each other that at some point, that energy is going to die down. It's not going to last throughout the entire summer.
He come out with a new song like every 2 weeks. Man.
Then that proves my point that the energy to that song is going to destroy the what's the song called? Suge? From lasting all summer.
In the middle, it's gone.
But that's your see. That sounds more personal than forecasting and it being objective. Because we've seen it happen too many times.
I mean, again, like I said, it's my second. Lizzo's Juice is the first for me. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. I mean, I think it's happy. You know what I mean? The visuals are great. So if you haven't heard it, listen to it. I think that song of the summer easily. I think the Young Thug song is alright. Young Thug is. His verse was alright.
That song is far from this. That song is definitely better than that Lizzo.
Travis, it's not even close.
Yes, it is. Oh
Travis Scott does good on it.
So
J. Cole did I.
J. Cole did I. That song is.
I think he did better. I think he did better on Purple Emoji than he did on this one. But I mean, then you have Young Thug come in, and then it's just like
they all bodied that song.
They didn't all body that song. I'm sorry.
Every single last one bodied that song.
They did not body that song.
That's nuts.
But yeah, I mean that's, you know.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you this though. Back to the baby situation. If the Stallion drops visuals for that song with her and the baby, that song is going to be the song of the summer, and not Suge. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's other projects that still people have to push that have not pushed yet. And that's going to take place. Like,
there could
forecasting,
easily-
be objective. This project's out there.
There could easily be someone who comes out with a project. I mean, Chance is dropping
There
his
has been
album
already,
this
though.
summer.
Has been.
He can have a track on his thing that can be sung up. Like, there are plenty of opportunities. I'm saying right now, I think it's easily Lizzo. I mean, everyone's going to have their different opinion. It's subjective.
Heard of her.
But there's a reason she's on the chart. There's a reason she's that high up. Why that song is so high up on the charts.
She's hot.
You know what I mean?
Not song to some of them. Because that song doesn't even cater to everybody.
It caters to every single person.
I don't
It
think so.
does.
I don't think so.
It has that energy to cater to every person. The only reason it'll stop you is because the person delivering the message doesn't reflect who you are as a person.
That would mean every. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
you can say that about anybody. I
You
mean,
can't.
You can, because there's certain artists that you don't relate to, but other people find them highly amazing. But it's like when you look at them, they don't, like you said, they don't mirror you.
Right.
So it's like you don't relate.
Right. Doesn't mean you don't like the song. Well,
No,
the song
the song
can't be relatable.
The song is good, but again, I don't think it's gonna have that appeal globally that you're saying it will. To be the best song of the summer,
Yeah, man.
think of the past songs that have been the best song of the summer. That does not have that energy.
It has that energy. It has that energy and more.
No.
And
I mean,
more.
did you hear it though?
I love the song. I love the visuals too. I love the visuals more than I like the
You
song.
talking about Suge?
No, I seen that.
About his.
I'm talking about.
Have you heard? Wait, have you heard Suge?
Of course.
I'm
I've
just
seen the
making
challenges,
sure.
everything. I've been part of the movement.
I'm just making
I
sure.
love the song. But I'm being objective.
Let's pivot.
Bro, 2 weeks ago you was just saying
Let's
like,
pivot from music.
what, baby, like you was just like downplaying him.
Okay. See, the beautiful thing about having this podcast is everything is created. So y'all can go back and look at me talk about the baby. I gave him his props weeks ago, saying he's good. I even said the Stallion is dope in that same conversation.
Let's pivot from music for a second. So guess what I saw last night?
Shooting star.
I wish.
Flying Dipper.
Aladdin.
I didn't see it. We can't talk about it.
It is.
See that tomorrow. No
I'm
spoilers.
not gonna spoil anything. I'm not a spoiler.
I mean, I seen the cartoon. Is it close to the cartoon?
I think it does a good job. I
Plot-wise?
think the sequence of I can show you the world. You know what I mean? I think that
How
I'm
is
sorry,
Will
a whole
Smith
new world.
acting?
a whole new world is I think better here than maybe in the cartoon.
How is Will Smith acting? Because I know you're not really a big Will Smith fan.
No, I mean my issue with Will Smith is every role he has, we know it's Will Smith. You know what I mean? It's hard for Will to camouflage himself as an actor, and in this movie, it's hard for him to
Why is
camouflage
that?
himself.
You think? I think it's because we've been seeing him for so long.
That's very true, and he's such an icon. You know what I mean? It's hard for me. It's hard for Denzel to hide himself too. Now, back then not so much, but now it's hard for Denzel to hide
You
himself.
know, the one girl that's standing out to me now, I just be looking at her, is the girl from that played in Creed as a girlfriend.
Oh, Tessa Thompson?
Yeah, like
She's just standing out to you now?
Yeah, she's like standing out, and I'm like, oh, that's her.
Yeah.
That's Creed's girl.
Yeah.
That's
No, no,
what I'm saying.
Girl.
She's in Avengers. I'm like, yeah, that's
Wow.
Creed's girl.
Tessa's a beast. You
And
should,
she's in the new Men in Black.
She's in the new
Yeah,
Men in
that's
Black.
Creed's girl.
She was in Sorry to Bother You last year, which is a weird movie that you should definitely watch. But Aladdin was good. I enjoyed it. I went to go see it in IMAX yesterday.
I'm loving the AMC thingy.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I've
you can
watched
do
like
IMAX.
10 movies already.
Oh, so you going ham on it.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. I've already used my 3 for the week.
Yeah.
And it's only
What
Saturday.
day did you ever
Sunday.
refill?
Thursday.
Mine's Friday.
So I gotta wait till Thursday to see a couple of movies. I want to see that new Superman movie. So it's not Superman, right? They call the movie.
Oh, you talking about Brightburn?
But it's Superman's story.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Yeah, somebody told me about that.
Yeah, if Superman decided to be evil,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool.
Yo.
But I haven't seen that yet. I saw Booksmart,
I haven't seen that yet. I
which
wanna
is
see that.
amazing. It's basically Superbad, but with females as your lead.
Yo, did you see those 2 Love movies?
Which ones?
I'm looking at them right now. Hold on.
But go see
Did you
it.
watch that dog movie?
I'm gonna see it.
No, because I
That,
feel
that
like
one right there?
A Dog Journey. No,
Yeah.
I feel like every dog movie tries to be Marley and Me. Have you ever seen Marley and Me?
I love that movie.
No, but I just watch
Love
it
that
just
movie.
because I can. But that was a good movie. The Sun is also a star.
Which one?
The
Oh,
Blue.
a friend of mine is actually in this movie.
That was a good movie. Like
Shout out to
it
Cameron
had me
Johnson.
reminiscing about my ex and everything, and I'm like, yo, that was a good
That
movie.
I heard that movie was pretty
Like it
decent.
was good.
I want to check it out. I
Like
want to check it
I
out
love
to
the
support.
finish, the ending of it, and everything. You know what else was a great movie? It was like a funnier love story.
What?
The Long Shot with Jeff. What's Seth?
I want to see
Rogen?
that. Seth Rogen.
That was dope.
You saw The Intruder?
Dope. Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. I just didn't like the ending.
It didn't look
I
like
didn't see it, but I want to see it.
It was alright.
You know what movie I saw that we was talking about a while ago, and I knew I wasn't gonna like it. I knew I was gonna hate this movie, Green Book.
Why did you watch it?
Because I told Nate that I would at least watch it before I seen Green Book.
Oh, you seen the so you've seen the fried chicken scene?
Bro,
You seen the fried chicken
simple
scene?
telepathy. Yo, when I seen that scene where this man is trying to teach this black man how to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, I wanted to break my teeth. It pissed me off so much.
Yeah,
And he's like,
toss it out the window.
what do we do with the bone? Toss it out the window. Oh, okay. He was happy. I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah,
It was hard
that
to watch.
whole movie
was hard.
is terrible.
It was really hard, yo.
It's
It was-
terrible.
it was-
Or think all the part where they get to the guys performing and then they're having that dinner and then the guy's like, yeah, so we asked to help what you should eat. Fried chicken. I'm like, yo, what is this movie? Why is this movie
I
doing
thought it was
this?
a great movie. I was ready to start
And
a
it
revolution
won the
behind
Oscar for best movie.
It was
It's
a
the
great
best-
movie.
It is the worst best movie winner.
See, yeah,
in history.
I don't know. Maybe I just think alike. I don't know. To me, that was a great movie. That was a great movie, and I really felt like it showed a side of a black person actually just overcoming white people.
We've seen that too many times.
We have seen that a lot.
That's
Still,
a old,
still.
But you know what? It's objective. If you like the movie, I'm not
No,
going to shame you for liking
no,
the
no,
movie.
no. I love the movie.
You love the movie. That's cool. That's fine.
so bad.
That's fine.
But he's not the only one I've heard say likes the movie. I've heard other people say
love
it,
the
No,
movie.
it
but
won an
majority
Oscar
don't.
for a reason.
Yeah,
It won an Oscar for a reason.
I saw Black's the Black Klansman.
Yeah, I'm actually not
I like that movie too.
too big on it.
I
No spoil, no spoil.
love that
You
movie.
haven't seen it yet?
I love it
Yeah,
too.
watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I ain't seen it.
Man,
I love that
love
movie.
It's
Because
well
you know
done.
why?
I'm just
Another
not a
one,
huge
it showed a very intelligent black man doing his thing.
I just wanted to see
Man.
David Washington act for the first time. I hadn't really ever seen him.
Oh, I love him on Ballers. That's the first time I saw
Did
him.
you see that Pikachu
like-
movie?
That's your show? Yo,
You seen it?
Yo, Ballers
so
is
the
my
only
show.
thing-
We'll
The
get
thing
to
I don't like
We'll
about
get
that
to
show is it's only a half an hour.
Yo, I said the
Can't
same
stand-
thing.
can't stand
It's too
that.
fast for me, son. I needed it to be
I
at
don't
least an
under-
hour, 40,
I
45
thought
minutes.
at least just like
That's
maybe
sad
the
that show's
first
still
season,
half an
that's how
hour.
they was doing it. Then they would
As it got bigger, it'd be
Sometimes
longer.
you don't need an hour to tell a story. You just need a half an hour.
I agree.
And they're
'cause
cheap. And they're cheaper.
Insecure is a 30 minutes.
They're
Yeah.
cheaper to make.
Yeah.
And the turnaround's a lot faster. One of the shows that I really love right now is Barry on HBO, and that's only half hour. That's like 33 minutes.
Or we want to talk about Game of Thrones?
Hold on, did you watch that John Wick 3?
'cause I hate it.
Hold on, before we get into TV shows, because I do have something to say about Game of Thrones and just TV in
Okay.
general. You said Pikachu, saw it, loved
Yeah,
it.
I didn't see it.
Good
But
movie.
I was thinking about seeing it this week because I
Wait,
got
what you
3
talking
more
about?
movies I can
Pikachu.
watch. I got 3 movies to
Detective
pick,
Pikachu?
and there's 5 movies
Oh, the
I
live
haven't
action?
seen.
Yeah, I want to see that
There's
too.
5 movies I haven't seen. I could watch 3 movies this week, so I gotta pick out which ones I want to do.
So, do you like action movies?
I love every good movie.
John Wick 3, I still want to see.
John Wick 3.
I haven't seen 1 or 2.
Watch 1 or 2 first.
That's what everybody says.
Because
That's like
the whole
black people.
Oh,
that's
nah,
like
son.
that's like a black person that never ate fried chicken.
Nah, not the
So
same thing.
I saw I saw John Wick 3 at Harlem on 125th. Bunch of black people.
You know what I like going out to? I go out to the it's like 25 minutes out Long Island,
to Roosevelt?
Levittown, the dining.
That's not a bad one.
I go to the dining. Like seats brand new, everything brand new.
That's not a bad one.
Nice.
Same thing with Regal in the city, right across the street from the AMC. They
Yeah.
got tables and
Yeah.
new seats, black seats.
They got
It's
the
dope.
one on Jamaica Ave.
No, Regal in the city.
Oh, I
Town
never
Square,
been
right across the street from AMC.
Yeah.
I've been there one time with you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
they
don't go
renovated
often.
it. They renovated
They got
it.
mad like escalators and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Yep,
right?
that's the one. That's the one.
They
So
renovated
I
it,
saw
so-
John Wick 3 on 125th, and it was a bunch of black people, and I loved it. I didn't know how big the minority audience was for John Wick. Like,
Yo.
my theater was packed
We love some John
with
Wick, bro.
people who I know are just different versions of my parents because they love John Wick, and if they were in those theaters, they'd be making the same noises that these black people were making. This movie had them on the edge of their
Oh
seat.
man, I gotta see it.
You gotta watch the movie. I definitely recommend it. The trilogy right now only takes place between like a week or so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the beginning, something happens on
You
part
talking
one.
about- you talking about the John Wick thing?
Yeah, and then part 2 happens like right after part 1,
That's a rough-
and then part 3 happens
rough
minutes
month.
later after part 2. So,
Okay.
if you've seen the end of part 2, just know it happens like minutes after the end of part 2. So it takes place in like a week. Halle Berry's in it.
Yeah.
Her character has dogs. So watch the movie. I
It's
definitely
like,
recommend it.
It's like the Equalizer.
Yeah.
It's like the Equalizer.
Yeah.
It's more of like a revenge-driven movie. Person trying to take out the whole entire bad guy clan.
Right.
That's fire. Man.
But going to TV,
Oh, Game of Thrones. You was talking about that.
Game of
Hold on,
Thrones.
hold on. How many times have you seen Avengers?
Endgame?
Endgame?
Yeah,
Three times in
I gotta
theaters.
see.
I've seen 3 times too.
I've seen it
3
mad
times in
times.
theaters.
You better watch that other movie.
Which one? Oh, Winter Soldier. I thought I'd seen Winter Soldier.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I'm so
Come on.
disappointed, man. Like that's
Yeah,
one
all
of the
the
best
movies
ones.
you watch, you haven't seen
That's
that.
one of the best ones,
You
bro.
have-
I'm mad disappointed, bro.
I know.
Watch it. Trust me.
No, I know it's on my list. I just
So you
haven't
didn't even
gotten
get
to
the
it.
you didn't get the reference when he was in the elevator and he said Hail Hydra.
I saw the TV show. I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I get it. But I didn't watch.
the same.
I know. I just didn't watch the movie.
That's one of the best
watch
fighting
that. When
scenes
you get-
in any
when you get a
event in
chance,
any movie.
watch it.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it. It's on my list of
So
movies to watch.
So who wants to get out? That's one of the best lines before kicking somebody's behind. Yeah, I'm super disappointed, bro.
Rapper T.I. wants to create the Avengers of Black Contestant.
I'm like, it's funny that we said Avengers
And then that pops up.
yeah.
The FBI is always listening, man. It's always listening. They're listening to the podcast right now. But to get to TV shows, Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I'm
be honest.
I only
It's
seen
not
season
my
8.
show.
The best show with the
Always
worst finale I've
You
ever
haven't
seen
seen
in
the
my
other
life.
seasons?
Nah.
Can't do
I
that.
get the same reaction. I only seen season 8. So I
Can't do it. You can't do it. Because there's so many storylines that it's drawn out.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand.
One day you got to binge watch and watch.
You gotta understand.
I'm-
Okay,
I'ma
this
do it. I'ma
happened,
do it.
but you gotta understand where it stemmed from, why this happened, all this and that. But the finale was the worst finale I've ever seen in my life.
That's what
they,
I keep
they
hearing.
look like they just ran out of
All
budget and
fans.
just put something together. Like this was horrible.
I don't take it to that extent. My
No.
problem with season 8 is the number of episodes. Like, why was it so few episodes?
Because
It was longer,
No,
though.
no. Because season 8 and season 7 were supposed to be one season that they split into. To draw it out.
Is it normally like an hour and a half?
No.
No, he's talking about the
Like
length.
an hour. No, he's talking about each episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
each
yeah,
episode.
Yeah, I did notice that the episodes
It
was
was
long.
long. It was
Yeah,
like a
they tried to make a movie
Now look.
every
episode.
Now we're talking about this 8 seasons. Like the lady Cersei, whatever. She was there the whole time, evil. All season, evil.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, she get crushed by rocks, just like that. Like no torture, no. Let's put her on council and let her talk and then kill her dirty.
Well, I was disappointed in that. I
Just
wanted
kill.
somebody they actually get
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
was
like,
disappointed
come
in that.
on, and then the brother, you know, he actually turned good, started messing with the manly looking girl, and you know the trends. But he dies with her.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, and then.
Well, you know they were lovers in the show.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just,
So-
but I mean, but you don't.
And she was
just,
pregnant with his baby.
It was related.
No, I think that. See, that's another thing.
And
They
it-
said,
and
look,
it-
no,
it-
no, no,
it-
That's his sister.
Well, they
No,
didn't
no.
announce that in the season 7.
I see, but if you watch the other one,
no, but look,
sister.
but look,
That's
she was supposed to be pregnant by everything, but then when the sailor dude came and messed with her, and then she was like, "I'm pregnant." Was that her just trying to fool him?
I think that's what it was. That's what I got from it. That's what I got from it. That's nuts.
Like she was just trying to fool him or something to make him fight more for her.
I think she was using
Yeah,
it
yeah,
for his
yeah.
sleep.
Remember that? Her telling
Right.
the
I don't watch
what's the
the
dirty
show.
butt name.
Oh, don't ask me no names.
Yeah, you.
The little sailor guy. The
No.
sailor guy.
I know who
the
you
sailor
talking
guy
about.
who
The
had
one
the
with
ships.
beard. Yeah, the one that killed the dragon. I remember that.
She told him that I'm pregnant.
Yeah. But
Okay, and also another thing that I didn't like.
look at the look that she gave her advisor. Look at the look that he gave her when she said that. I think they both knew like she was lying.
One of my favorite tweets from the show was a person tweeted after the finale.
The series finale?
The series finale. They put Drogon torching the throne was flat out hysterical.
Who the heck is Drogon?
Yeah, it's like
The
what
dragon.
was the point of that?
He said we learned that Drogon can think symbolically and has a moral sense of right and wrong after he genocides an entire city. like give me a break. I remember as it was happening, because I was watching Ariane who watches Game of Thrones religiously, and I'm saying, why is this dragon like melting the chair? Can the dragon have morals? I don't think a dragon has morals.
I mean, he probably does,
right.
but
No one
there
should
was
have
literally no point of that.
There was no
literally
point.
no point of that.
There
The
was no
dragon
point.
was not tied to that chair at all.
Nope.
Now, what would have been a better finale, which everybody thought was going to happen, but it was well deserving. Jon Snow was supposed to take out such. I thought he was going to test Shorty. What's her name? Khaleesi, whatever.
Right.
Test her. And the dragon was gonna stand up and not do nothing to him, since they had like the same blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was gonna play out like that. He was gonna take the throne, and that was it, which would have been good. But the whole you kill her. Jon Snow's been like the king like the whole time, helping wars, helping these people.
Mm-hmm.
For them to just be like, all right, we're about to throw him in prison and take him back to the guard stand, whatever, the night watch, was like, what? You did all of this story just to end up where you started, and then you make this little runt king out of nowhere. He's probably only had like 2 episodes.
A lot
the
of
whole
people
time.
are disappointed.
I didn't see the series.
The guy in the wheelchair had probably like 2
confused.
episodes where he actually talked like that, and now all of a sudden he's king.
I was confused
Out
about
of nowhere?
because I thought I'd never seen the series, right? But I knew John was important just based off of season 8. There's certain things that I could kind of connect, right? I didn't understand one thing. Two things. One, what you just said, and 2, everybody was pissed at how, I guess, what are they called? The little zombie joints? I don't know what they called.
White Walkers.
White Walkers. They was mad at how that ended.
Yeah. All it took was her to stab him.
Was that something that was announced before?
No, but but what I'm saying is,
what was the Ice King or whatever his name is or whatever. Once you took him out, everything else is
we knew.
all of them are
So
finished.
everybody's connected to him, like
Right.
he died.
We knew that was connected like that.
Yeah.
But we see him throughout the war, him show up with his goons around. It looked like he had powerful goons around him, with a whole bunch of little men.
Okay.
And it's like you don't see not one goon or him strike one punch, one nothing, and they just take him out like that. There's not even a battle.
They had control. There wasn't no reason for his goons to do nothing. There was no
I
reason.
guess they thought they won.
Because you see when a girl came running up and she jumped to get him.
How did she get past everybody? I was confused by that. Cause
How did who?
The girl.
But
Arya
she has
past
special
like that.
training where she can
See? That's where you got to
That-
go
yeah,
back.
she
When
went
you,
through
when
a
you see
whole-
the training she went through, you understand how she's able to sneak around like that.
Also, she's like what type of?
She's
trainer?
like
Ninja?
she's like half like spirit type thing where she can just go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Was it announced before? Like, did everybody prophesize or know that if you take this blade and dive it into his stomach?
It was that's
He'll
that's
die?
that's the beginning where they found out that a white worker could get killed by dragon glass.
Got you. Oh, okay. So I mean, I guess I'm not mad at how he died. I guess everybody's mad about how fast it was.
No, because the season before that, like the finale of the season before that,
Okay.
there was this big war.
That's what I'm
And,
saying. It was only one
Like
episode.
the
of the
war
fight.
was dope. It was a dope fight, but he didn't fight. He came out like the end, and we was like, oh, he's the leader.
Cool.
And it's like,
the Night King.
yeah. We were like, oh, he's the leader.
That's when
And that's when they got the dragon and everything.
Yep.
And it's like, nothing happened after that. We haven't seen him fight. We haven't seen him raise a sword.
Yeah, I was
I mean,
disappointed. From what everybody was talking about, because I kept seeing memes before the season started. Everybody was comparing him, Thanos. I kept seeing those type of memes.
Because
Like,
they
who's the best
happened
villain?
around at the same time where Avengers is sort of ending.
But then when I watched the fight, I was expecting Endgame type of energy in Game of Thrones. How everybody was
It
hyping.
was kind of in the beginning when they was waiting for them to come to the castle. They had all of the armies from all the lands there, and that's where I got like I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, this is like Avengers right now. I was like, yo, all the top people from every land was there.
But see the
And
difference.
they never fought together before.
The difference I saw between, that's why I felt left out because it
'Cause you
seemed
didn't
like it
know
was a
them.
bigger It
You
seemed
didn't
like
know
it was
the
a bigger
characters.
moment than I could realize because
Yeah.
I didn't watch the previous seasons, so I was kind of out of the loop, and I felt that immediately, like, dang, I feel like I'm missing something here, right?
Yeah.
But the difference I felt between Endgame and this was, I felt like the heroes, the moment was really big for them, like it was bigger, and I felt like in this series, they got their behinds handed to them, like the heroes were really getting it. They would if she didn't do what she did, they
Who?
would have lost.
Who's she?
Whatever the
Oh
little
yeah,
girl
they
is.
would have lost.
Yeah. See, that's the difference between the Avengers joint is like they gave us what we wanted. They showed the Avengers hand.
Well. If Captain Marvel didn't show up, I think they would have lost.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but they still had things under control because
That
they was
ship-
protecting them.
What was the lady that had Thanos in that red thing? When he had him in the air like,
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
when he was screaming for life.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, turn the guns on. He was like, but sir, the what was it? The troops.
Forget
Turn
them.
it. That was the funniest point in the movie.
She's actually one of the.
She can in the comic, she's powerful enough to defeat him.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, because she distorts reality.
Who's more powerful though, her or Captain Marvel? I think Captain Marvel has to be.
That's tough though because they're both powerful for different reasons. Like
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch is
That's
almost
what
as
I'm
powerful
saying.
as an Infinity
They
Stone.
had to downplay their powers just for the movie.
Yeah, they had to
'Cause
ground it in
Captain
some
Marvel
sort of
coulda-
realism.
Captain Marvel could have did all that by herself.
Scarlet Witch too.
Yep.
That's why they had to do the guns to kind of like even it
Yeah.
out. Like,
You know what had a
cheat code.
better finale this past week than Game of Thrones?
SpongeBob?
No, SpongeBob ended. It'd be like an event.
Yeah, I would be pissed.
Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang
They had
Theory
a
finally.
finale?
Big Bang
Like the
Theory
last of the
final-
show ever?
Yep, series finally
Oh my
ended
God, I
after
gotta
12
watch it.
years.
Don't tell me because I want to watch it. I haven't watched it in a while. I didn't know. I thought it didn't end it though.
No, show finally ended. It ends the way you would expect it to end. You know what I mean? Like the fans couldn't have been upset.
He got the girl.
Does what's the smart guy name?
But how far are you back in the
Does
show?
Sheldon ever get some?
I'm at the point. I think I'm at the point where they were together at one point.
Yeah, because you're asking a lot of questions that have been answered like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hold on.
Like my phone is laughing in the background because they watch that show all the time.
Does Sheldon
I never
ever get
watched the
some?
show.
Do you want to know?
No, Sheldon.
I
Does.
do want to know.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want to know. I don't want to know.
Okay.
You talking about the series finale?
No. He's asking if Sheldon ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
In the finale or before that?
Way before.
Way
that.
before.
I
Yeah.
lost touch.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 years ago. That had been a story.
sure.
You know, and people say this, but I really noticed this like the first 2 times I watched it, like a long time ago. It's just a mirroring of Seinfeld.
A lot of sitcoms are these
It could be.
days.
Yeah.
Like
Seinfeld
every
was very
character
successful.
represented a character in it.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, Seinfeld was very successful. I mean, so Big Bang Theory ended well. I mean, they have their spin-off, which is Young Sheldon, which is Sheldon as a
I'm
kid.
gonna come back to a spin-off when we get back to Game of
Does
Thrones.
he act like him? No.
Yeah, he's still very
Never watched
neurotic.
it.
His
Oh, I know
character.
you're talking about little. What is it called?
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
I actually seen the one episode.
You see that
It's
movie
funny.
that he's in?
Which one?
I seen a movie he was like in on AMC thingy.
Wait, before we get into that, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to what you said as far as spin-offs and
Yep.
to Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Even though they've already declined it, I still would like to see. What's Shorty's name? Little
It's
one?
not here.
Arya.
Arya. I would like to see a spin-off with Arya traveling into that distant land that's unmarked on the map. I would like to see a series based on her adventures. in
That'd be
that-
just a bunch of Asian countries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you could add up so many elements into that. So many
You
different
can.
type of adventures into that.
You
right?
can.
And you could bring back familiar characters. You could really make a successful series out of just that alone.
Well, here's the question
that's
that
my
you
movie.
sort of have to ask is George R.R. Martin, who writes the books.
Mhm.
I don't know if he took to Twitter or what social media he used.
What'd he
He told fans, he was like, well, the way the show ended, that's not how the books are ending. Because you know the show passed the books.
Yeah.
He eventually ran out of material because he wasn't writing the books fast enough. And so they did their own thing.
It tells.
And he said that's not how the story ends in my book. So now everybody's gonna wait to see how the story ends in his book and see if that's what they like. You know what I mean?
It's gonna
So
be.
it could
they're gonna
change
be
the
within-
it could change the canon a
Yeah.
lot. We just have to wait and see.
It's gonna
He
change.
takes forever.
They're gonna like it.
For 5 books, do you know how many pages? 4,600. For 5 books.
Look, out of all the movies that's gonna come out this year, what is your most anticipated other than The Lion King and like
I can give you a top 5, and they're all horror.
and like the
Say they
Phoenix
all
joint?
horror.
Yeah, and they're all
Star
horror.
Wars.
There is Star Wars. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give you a little more than top 5. There is Star Wars.
What's the number 2?
There's It, Chapter 2.
It
Chapter 2.
The scary movie.
Wait, are we making a list or are we going with?
I didn't like the first one.
What?
The first one was okay, but I felt like it wasn't scary. It was funny.
Oh man, this next one's gonna be great. Now they're adults. Yeah, I can't wait.
You know what I want to see? It's a movie, the one that's based off Elton John's life.
Really?
Rocket Man.
I don't want to disappoint you. Before you watch that movie, watch Bohemian Rhapsody because it's trash.
I was disappointed by
That movie is garbage.
I was.
It won Best Editing, and it shouldn't have. Watch that before you watch the Elton John movie.
Even though I think he embodies the character.
Why? Why would I watch
Because
that?
I think it gets you prepared to watch a musical
Rocket
biopic.
Man?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I want to watch it too, but
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
I'm not like waiting for it.
I can't wait.
Yo, they gave us Atomic Godzilla. Did you see the latest trailer, the last one, where he was turning fiery red?
Right.
They're giving us so much fanfare.
That preview we watched the Avengers like pretty much said the whole movie.
No, it didn't. There's so much more to it than that.
I'm gonna watch that Ma movie too.
Ma looks good. That's a good one I'm anticipating. Annabelle comes out with a new movie this year that I'm really, really excited about. What else comes out
Toy
this
Story
year?
4.
Midsummer is another great movie by the director who did Hereditary. Can't wait for that to come out.
I know what everybody's gonna say when I say this movie. I for sure know what you're gonna say. I'm still gonna watch it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to Child's Play.
That's crazy. I was just gonna say that.
That movie looks awful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But
Is that like with Chucky?
yeah, the movie looks
It's a
terrible.
remake. Oh,
but
I can't wait.
But the marketing has been very, very well
That
done.
movie looks good.
So I'm gonna watch it. But here's the mistake they're making, and I don't know why they're gambling this.
What's that?
But they are releasing the same day as Toy Story 4,
That's tough.
and they're using their marketing to sort of say
the marketing and I love it.
that they're gonna beat Toy Story,
love the
and
marketing.
we know that's not gonna happen.
The marketing is with Chucky like killing some of the toys.
Yeah.
So like the dog, he cut him in half and he's stuck.
That's good marketing.
No, the marketing is great.
He's like killing the
That
Toy Story
marketing is
characters.
lit.
Yeah.
That's my type of aggressive marketing, son. That's what I would have did. Like kill Woody, man.
I'm all for it,
Like,
but we know Toy Story is gonna
for
demolish
sure,
them.
for sure gonna kill it.
Demolish them.
That's hard though. I like that marketing.
I'm waiting for Dark Phoenix. I want to see that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm actually not.
I want to
looking
see it,
forward to
but I'm not anticipating it being all that. Honestly, I'm still gonna go, but I don't know. X-Men's disappointed me too many times.
way too many times.
Yeah, that's true.
Way too many
That
times.
is true. I could.
Yeah,
I
man.
concur on
I
that.
really want to be excited about it so bad, but it's like, man, it's X-Men. Maybe because Marvel's involved.
That's what I'm.
That's the only
I'm
reason why I'm
hoping.
giving it a chance, because
I'm hoping.
Marvel's more involved now.
I'm
But
hoping.
we'll
They're
see.
showing they got
man.
the Dark Phoenix on IMAX.
So Disney is gonna beat itself this weekend. Avengers is officially number 3 now.
What's number 1, 2?
Aladdin.
Really?
Aladdin's gonna beat. I mean, we all knew Endgame was gonna go but so far.
Not
I mean,
all time, but in the weekend. Of
Yeah.
course, it's gonna beat
It
it.
had so
Oh,
many
you're talking about
obstacles.
just this?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
old
Yeah,
now.
because it had to go through Detective Pikachu. It had to go through John Wick. It has
That's
to
what's
go
number
through,
2, Pikachu.
No. John Wick 3 is.
Oh, I would expect that. Okay.
It has so many. But here's the thing. Here's the sad part. So close, yet no cigar. They have not yet been the number 1 movie of all time.
Who?
Avengers.
It's gonna get
They're only at 2.6, and they need to get to 2.8.
They'll get there.
What's
They'll get there.
number one? Who's number 1?
Well, we gotta go. We gotta go to the movies now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Avatar's still number 1 from 2008 at 2.8 million.
But 2008 though.
We would think that it would have beat it, but it did not.
All that great to me like that, to be up there like that, though.
I see it. I see
But
what you're
at
saying.
the time, I
It
feel like
wasn't-
we never seen nothing like
You
that.
wouldn't think that it would be a number 1 movie ever. You're not saying it's a bad movie. You're saying
It's not,
it's
I,
just-
I like the movie.
right. I agree with you. I wouldn't have thought like Avatar would be like number 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it either. But
I mean,
Yo.
it was either that or Titanic, and they're both directed by the same guy.
James Cameron, box office killer. He's the Drake of like movie making. Him and Spielberg.
So I mean, we'll see. I mean, Aladdin looks to do some good numbers this weekend. I mean, it did 86 so far over the weekend.
Okay.
207 worldwide. So that's not bad.
What was the budget on that movie?
183. So we're talking with marketing because they marketed aggressively. You double that, so we're looking at like 360 it needs to make in order to make back the budget. So we'll see. I mean, Aladdin's not too bad. It's a good movie. I would say if you're gonna go see it, like check check your nostalgia at the
No
door.
lie.
And I say the same thing with Lion King.
Oh my
Because
God, I cannot wait.
You got to check the nostalgia at the door. Don't go in with high expectations.
I
Of
am.
what the
I'm sorry. If
animation
they
is
don't
gonna
deliver
be.
no nostalgia in Lion King, I'm walking out, son. I swear. You can do that with Aladdin. Don't do that with Lion King. Stop
You
playing with
can't
y'all.
really do that with Aladdin either. There are too many iconic songs.
I agree.
Will Smith sings Arabian Nights, which is great.
Oh,
I love that song. It's
man.
one of my favorite Disney songs. A Whole New World is done a little bit differently in
I
this one. And
seen
I like
a
it.
clip of him singing Prince Ali.
And a lot of people have trouble with that clip because they don't like it.
I liked it. I
But
loved it, actually.
he's better in other places.
Okay.
He's better in other places.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna like this movie then, because I liked that particular scene.
Yeah. Not a bad movie.
I think he sounded good. He acted good.
But it's going to be a good summer. I mean, Disney's going to win a lot of it because, I mean, again, Toy Story, Avengers, Aladdin.
I think Star Wars for me is
Star
still gonna be
Wars.
number one. I don't see a movie being more anticipated for me for the rest of the year than Star Wars.
It's time to buy some Disney stock.
It's already too expensive.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you.
For who?
I gotta
me.
check. I gotta check. I got some Disney stock. It's not cheap. Them and Apple is crazy.
No, I mean, for sure. But there's a couple of movies coming out, like you said, that I'm really looking forward to. We have to see Hobbs and Shaw. That's another one.
Yeah, that's in my top five.
Why did it? I don't see
That's
the,
in my top.
nothing for it.
Hobbs and Shaw is going to be a good movie. See that in 4D. It's the only way I'm watching it.
I gotta experience that.
When does
Yeah.
that come out? You know when that's come out?
Oh,
July.
we got
Kayla was telling me about it. I got it.
Godzilla. We can see that in 4D, right?
We can, but what'll be better?
No,
Hobbs and
I don't
Shaw
want to do
or-
that. I don't want to do that.
Do
I don't want
both.
to put them against each other because it's not fair.
I feel like
horse
Godzilla
house.
we should see in IMAX. And we saw Avengers.
All right, I agree.
We saw Avengers in IMAX, but I took Ariane yesterday to see what IMAX really is, and it ain't what we saw in Avengers.
Dang,
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna take y'all to real.
What Nate said when we saw Avengers, remember after we came out of the theater, he was talking about some all-around scene. He was talking about North Carolina. So I seen it. It's actually pretty fire. I actually want to go to that type of experience.
Oh, you seen the type of screen?
Yeah, I saw the screen.
Yeah, that
It's
screen
lit.
is crazy.
It's lit.
There's only a few in the world, but that was a couple years ago when I heard that.
I want to go. We gotta go. I don't know what movie I would see in it. It would have to be a movie that's very scenic, but I really want to.
Like it, you're like the seat is like kind of back a little bit, and it's the whole roof is a screen, and it's like a bubble. It's like you're inside of let's say like a kickball, and you slice it in half. You're sitting right there in the middle, and you see the whole screen. It's crazy.
So the IMAX.
Fire.
So you can get a sense of what the Lincoln Square IMAX is. It's a 600 person theater. The screen is 80 feet high and 100 feet wide.
Right.
To put that in perspective, you know baseball? You know Fenway Park, right? You know the Green Monster? That's only 30 feet high.
Gee.
So it's double.
It's
It's
Lincoln
double
Square. You
that
talking about in New York?
in New York. So if we're gonna
It's
go see
not AMC
Godzilla,
though.
no, it's AMC. That's why I saw Aladdin yesterday.
So where was the one we went to? Avengers.
That was AMC too,
AMC.
but that was people like to claim they have an IMAX experience. But if you want true IMAX, the best
to
IMAX
me,
theater is.
I'm used to
Lincoln
IMAX
Square.
with the thing, so that was just like just a bigger screen.
Yeah, and one in Kips Bay is a bigger screen, but the one in Lincoln Square, that's IMAX, true IMAX.
So we should just go there from now on.
It's in Midtown. It's on 66th
But
Street.
these movies is coming. I'm not even gonna be here.
So there's a couple of things that we want to watch.
Nah,
Does anybody else have anything they want to like chime in and talk about today?
Honestly, it's been kind of slow this week.
Yeah, it's been a slow week this
Slow
week.
news week. Last week.
I actually did. This is a Netflix thing. I watched that series you told me about.
The zombie joint.
Which one?
Yo.
I was tight
What part?
that I gotta wait for the next season.
Yo.
Which
I
one?
was the same way. What was it called? I forgot. It just came out too. Let me
What's
check.
it? What, Black something?
It was Black something. Yeah.
Black something.
Black Summer. Black Summer. That zombie series was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't even remember the
I
last
It was
time
lit.
I
I
logged
like
into my
the way
Netflix.
they do it, like how they jump around.
And I get it
Yeah.
Yo,
The
that's-
different perspectives and timelines. I love that type of structure. It was fire.
Once I started watching, it was just like I was just engrossed in it.
And
I
the
was
zombies is dope too, cause it's a mix between World War Z and like
Yeah.
Georgie Romero's Dawn of the Dead, where they run in but they're super fat. They're like zombies on steroids.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fire.
so since we're talking about zombie shows, favorite zombie movie
Of all time?
of all time?
Now we just talking movies, or we talking shows too,
Can I-
or
You know what? I'll let shows be in it because everyone makes a different sort of zombie. So what's the favorite zombie movie or TV show?
Can I get my top 5? Because it's gonna be really difficult. All right,
I can name you my number one, but
I'll
sure,
give you my number 1, and
go
I'll give you my top 5.
Go ahead.
So I'll give you my number 1 first. You said including shows, right?
Yeah, no, you can do including shows.
I'm gonna have to go with Georgie Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
2003 version.
The 2004 version.
that's what
2004.
that's
that's
Ving Rhames?
Yes, that's
That's
Zack.
the one you talking
That's
about?
Zack Snyder, not
Oh, that's it?
Romero.
Right, Georgie Romero was
And
Land of the Dead.
Yeah. No, he did a Dawn of the Dead. That was when they
That
were
was the
stuck in the
original
mall,
one.
but that was the original
one. I'm getting it mixed up. Yeah, the Zack Snyder one. Yeah.
Okay, so
The one with
2004.
Ving Rhames.
Yep.
That's my number 1. Okay, if I had to give so Walking Dead is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 would have to be Land of the Dead when they are smart. I like that take of a zombie
Where they get smarter.
where they start gaining intelligence or a certain consciousness, right?
Mhm.
It's like a primitive consciousness.
Mhm.
You never seen it? You gotta see it.
I don't know.
It's a
Maybe
dope.
I don't know.
You probably have seen it.
You said it's called what? Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead. The main zombie character was a black guy. It's like a black zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I want to watch that today. I love that movie.
It's just a fun movie.
What was the other one? World War Z, definitely
Mhm.
top 4. And my 5th is gonna have to be the original Dawn of the Dead.
The original. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna give you my top 5.
Even though the killing was,
you left out one that I was actually pretty surprised at.
you gonna say Night of the Living Dead?
Night of the Living Dead.
I knew. I struggled.
It's
with
there,
it.
man.
I
It's there.
struggled with it, bro.
For many reasons. It's a great movie.
You're-
The black guy is the hero.
But you're not talking about the one where they got the zombie on the table and she's screaming brains, right?
No, that is a fun one. I love that
Yo,
one.
why people don't like that movie?
Because
Yo, I love that movie. It's like a comedic approach to it, son.
I love that one.
that movie.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Night of the Living Dead. I think that's part 3.
Yeah.
Dead 3.
I didn't see it.
They got the girl on the table and she's explaining why they like bread. It hurts. I love that
That is
movie.
a good one. 2004, Dawn of the Dead.
Yes.
That is a great
Classic.
one. World War Z.
Classic.
Love that one as well.
Speaking of mummies.
Day of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, Sean. Okay. All right. I got a bump.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is up there in my top 5. Yes.
I love Fido.
When he's a pet.
Yeah,
That
where
was cool.
zombies are a part of society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Netflix.
They're
I
like,
got
they're
that
like,
one.
Would you consider I Am Legend a zombie movie?
yeah.
Nah. Is it a zombie? I don't think so.
I
No.
think they said they label them as vampires.
Yeah,
They
I would
do.
think. Yeah. Because I
They
would think they're
do.
more vampires because they hate daylight.
Yeah, but is that the only characteristic of that makes you a vampire if you hate daylight?
I never
I
seen
mean,
a
I never
zombie hate
seen
daylight.
them suck blood though,
I've never seen him suck blood either.
True, but they
That's
can't.
true,
They
but-
can't.
and they didn't have teeth.
I've never seen zombies not like sunlight. That's
You gotta
kinda-
have teeth in a cape.
Everybody's
Be
zombie
a
is
vampire.
different.
That's true, but the concept
They
of a
didn't fly
zombie has
either.
always maintained the same structure. They've never had a weakness for sunlight.
Yeah, everyone tries to add their own twist
I don't
into
know.
it.
I don't want to put it there, man. I don't know. I can
mean-
see why they would, but I don't know.
What about
I
you?
wouldn't.
Favorite zombie movies?
I mean, I'm not really a movie guy. I just turned into a movie guy because I got the AMC thing now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really have a movie. I have a favorite commercial.
Okay, give it.
A zombie commercial?
There's a little mummy commercial with the little Spectrum. With
I feel like I've seen this one.
They got a whole bunch of mummy commercials with the mummy and the it's like a group of them. But one of my favorite ones is when he goes to the one when he guy was working like a scientist or whatever working on a zombie in his garage. He's like, oh, this is a secret laboratory. He looks at him. He's like, no, my door is open. And he's like, it's not secret. And he was like, yeah, I'm working on this guy. Da, da, da. He was like, how do you know it's a guy? And then he was like, touche. And he was like, hi, touche. So then the scientist is looking at him like, huh? What's wrong with you? And
I'ma look this
And then
up.
he walked away. He was like, because the scientist said something, and the mummy walked away. He was like, touche would never do that to you. That joke was so funny.
Wait, what was it for?
It
Spectrum?
was Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Cable,
I'm
yeah.
gonna watch that.
That joke
like I've
was
seen
so funny.
I won't
He
watch
got a
it.
couple of them, but like you know, I can go on.
So it's like a series of the same type of character.
Yeah,
I gotta.
it's funny.
Oh, Train to Busan.
Bro,
Oh yes.
that
What?
movie was
Yes.
flames.
Never
Make a
seen
sequel, please.
Yeah, I forgot about
It's
that
basically
one.
World
Yo.
War Z on a train.
Yo, that movie was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fire.
I remember the preview for that.
Yeah.
Man, that movie was so
Train
good.
to Busan. That's a good
I
one.
could watch that all the time too. That's still on Netflix, I think. Still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombieland.
All right, bro. It's too many zombie movies.
28
like,
weeks later.
All you gotta
28
do-
days later.
If you want to live,
My top 5 is solidified. I'm not changing.
if you want to live zombie life in real life, just go to Baltimore. They got.
Yo, Baltimore is a zombie land. I ain't gonna lie. Especially at nighttime when you start seeing people poke
Bro,
their
people
heads
come
out of the
out.
boards.
People come out like
Everything
roaches.
is boarded, and you see heads start popping out the boards.
It was time to go.
Oh, God. The Chinese
All you
restaurants
see
have
is
bars on
gold,
their
gold
windows.
and red eyes in the shadows.
Yo, the Chinese restaurants, did they not look like regular apartments?
Man, look.
It
man.
looked like regular building
It
apartments.
looked like
like
they really, when they did the show Wire, they really had it on point.
nah.
No. The Wire I think looked better.
They had a better
I think
depiction
The
of
Wire.
They didn't make it as bad.
The Wire, they was living the good life in The Wire compared to that,
Wow, that's crazy.
That's hilarious.
and it was hard times in The Wire.
Yo, and what's so crazy about it too is like literally you go from one block to the next and it's a college, the main college, right there, and I mean like it's kind of like Queensboro, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how the area is not bad? It's like you can tell it's a college area. So much
Yeah.
going on over there. It's like that.
And then-
but literally you turn the corner and it's what we just described.
It's sad because it's
Yeah,
like,
right
you know,
there.
back in the day,
It's nuts.
people was outside, and you know, people knew neighbors know people. Now we're talking about 2019, where most people are inside, not really doing nothing. It was no like every liquor store had like 20 to 30 grown junkies just there,
Yo,
like middle of the
Having
day,
fun.
hot, just there.
yo.
It's like a fried chicken spot, a liquor store, and a funeral home all in the same block on every block.
Single block, son. And it's not an exaggeration. It's literally every block. And it's so sad. And what's even
Like-
sadder was each of them were packed. Yo, remember the time
Did y'all go to a fried chicken spot? Did you test it for yourself?
We didn't get out of the car for
If it was good?
I got Chick-fil-A before we went into town. I got Chick-fil-A after.
Maybe it's crowded because the food is good. I'm just gonna do that.
Chicken is smacking.
Chicken is smacking.
Chicken was smacking. 'cause
Chicken
that
might be
was
good.
crazy.
You
They
never
may
know.
get drunk and be like, you know what I could go for? That chicken down the block.
Let me guess, chicken. I want something new.
You know what I'm in the mood for? Chicken.
Usually I get the breast. Let me get the lamb.
Right. You switch it up a little.
Oh,
That's funny. Yo, but when we got there, when we actually got to the funeral home that we were supposed to get to, we didn't know how to get inside. So it was like
it's like 4 dudes sitting on a step
Across the
across the
street.
street, middle of the day,
Middle of
like
the day.
like work hours.
it was like, oh, the entrance is around the corner. So me and Nate look at each other like,
Oh man, they were trying
man.
to set us up before we get
Set
here.
up. Yo, you know how you hit a corner, right? And you don't want to hit it too close, cause you don't know. Man, we made the wildest turn on that corner, bro. We was practically in the middle of the street.
Yeah, look.
Like, if they gonna get us, they gonna work for this.
Man, look.
They gonna work for this, bro. I swear. If I start seeing them come out like roaches out this building, they gonna work. I'll tell you. Yo, Baltimore is scary, man. I was so happy when my aunt got out of there, yo. Baltimore is scary.
That's why
That's
I be
the reason
online.
before.
Like when I used to like be online and try to you know we got listeners. When I used to be online and be like online dating and stuff, you know, I like to go cross country a little bit, you know, see what's out there. See, you know, throw a fishing pole out there. There'd be girls from Baltimore. Hey, how you doing? I'd be like, where you from? They'd be like, Baltimore. Blocked.
Negative.
Yo,
I ain't taking that chance on life.
listen, I ain't know.
I
but
love
yo,
myself.
I wasn't even down to go see no girl that was in a project show because the setup. Nah, I wasn't
Baltimore,
with. I wasn't
period.
with
I'm
that.
good.
Nah.
Yo, I'm cool. Look, the projects in New York, maybe because I'm familiar with like the atmosphere, I don't mind. I never seen projects in like I seen Baltimore. It was a whole nother level of struggle.
It's like a third world country out there.
I said, yo, we still in the country? Because it felt like you went into a whole new country the way the infrastructure was and how normal it felt. Like you would think like when people's around, like when Hurricane Sandy happened, right?
That's what it looked like.
And you was in Staten Island. I worked out there for Time Warner, and I seen the energy there. It felt unrealistic but by the atmosphere, right? Nah, not Baltimore. It was everyday living out there. Like it was regular the way they were living. And I remember asking his sisters like, is that normal for them to have bars on the Chinese window? Like they got bars on every single store, and every house is boarded up. Every time you turn a corner, it's dangerous. They had alleyways. If you seen The Wire, like he said, you seen Baltimore. But worse. Way worse, son. I can imagine growing up in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you go to escape? The parks look like the buildings.
I was laughing because when you said the alleyway, I see you go down the alleyway, start hearing that whistle.
Oh, my. Nah. Yo. Omar coming. Omar. Yo.
Man,
that's how it
I
felt.
totally didn't get that.
You didn't watch The Wire?
Oh yeah.
Yo, but that's how I felt because everybody's outside yelling and screaming at each other. That's how I felt. Like, it was nuts. And the only reason why we went out there as family, I'm just like I said, man, it's crazy.
What else? Catch me at a Yankees game out there. Tell you that.
Yeah, I gotta come to a Yankee game this year. While we're still hot and winning.
You know, there was this. I don't want to say
up.
this because it was a black guy, but he had a son at one of the baseball games at the Baltimore. He was sitting like the front row. And I was like, dang. He must got some money.
You don't.
Then I thought about. I was like, I was in Baltimore.
Let me explain to you. I took a trip with some friends last year to do 2 baseball games in one day. We went to Philly first, and then we went to Baltimore.
It'd been nice to get the double header.
You should again. We did a doubleheader not too long ago with the Yankees, but the ticket at Baltimore to sit close. I mean close, $25.
Oh, I don't want to.
The seats are a bit narrow because it's an old stadium. It was built in '91.
I don't want to.
So it's a
you
bit
gotta
old.
worry about what's outside of that.
But it's a nice. If you ever get a chance to go, it's a really nice.
So you've been to Baltimore Stadium?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's really nice.
So
and the food wasn't too bad.
I got another question. When it's a doubleheader, like let's say they do it at the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay twice?
It depends. They'll tell you. Sometimes they'll say, "Oh, it's a single admission doubleheader," meaning you buy one ticket, you get both games. But if it's not a single admissions doubleheader, then you don't get both games. We went to the stadium for 6-7 hours.
You've been to a Yankees game
standing
recently,
up
right?
the entire time.
You've been to the Yankees game recently, right?
Yeah.
Have you tried any of the new food they got in there?
Never stand.
Yeah. So
I want to try it. I know it's probably expensive.
They got these new ice cream sundaes, which are really good. The meatloaf burger.
Yo, I really want to go. I've never been to the new stadium.
I'm thinking about going on Tuesday. You guys should definitely come. Well, again, while we're winning.
What time is the game?
7.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So I had a random thought. You're saying talking about Baltimore and how it looked. I feel like the outside of the Barclays Center looks like it could fit in Baltimore.
Stop.
I'm not going there.
I think
I'm not going down this route. I'm like
aesthetics of it.
I'm like a fish. I can see the food on the hook. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it.
Aesthetic.
That's all right.
I'll eat tomorrow.
I'm fishing.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you a fun fact that I learned that's gonna make the WNBA seem sadder than it is? And I like the WNBA.
I know what you're gonna say.
So the highest paid player in the WNBA makes $119,000.
Okay, it's different. Okay.
Last year's MVP. Do you know how much money she made?
68,000.
64.
I figured that. That's the average.
$64,000.
Scouts get paid more than that.
Scouts get paid more than that in the NBA.
They get like 300,000.
And I thought that was crazy.
The referees in the NBA get paid more than WNBA players.
That's
they get $400,000.
LeBron could easily fund a whole team and like not even break a sweat in his bank account.
It's funny. I was thinking about that too. Like I would want to own a team like the Liberty.
He could probably.
Question is, are you going to make money?
Look, I feel like you can if you just do it right. If I'm
You think-
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make you happy. If I bought the Liberty, I'm moving them to the Barclay.
You
Well,
think
you know,
some girls can compete
Somebody's
with guys
moving them to the Barclay. I know.
thing? Yeah, like if you had a mix thing, like an NBA and WA like merge, and it's like girls and
They're
guys.
gonna kill them. I'm sorry.
No. I mean,
No. It's not straight girls against guys.
it would be
It's-
interesting to see the big
Oh,
three.
yeah, I would love that.
It would be interesting to see the big three take a stab at it first. Like, introduce people like Lisa Leslie, you know, some of the older,
You can
some of
see
the
that.
some of
You
the
can
older
see
ones.
that.
No, they're way too physical in the big three. I seen that. She Sparta kicked them.
Oh my god.
I think it could work. I think it could work.
If you the big three is way more physical than the actual NBA.
Yeah.
If you place them in there,
It's almost like street ball.
yo, so I'm like, yo, is this slam ball? Or is this like, yo, what are they playing right now? Like,
it's
I
almost like
love
street
it
ball.
though. I love it. But if you put girls in that, I'm sorry, nah, they gonna get killed. I don't like this conversation because I always come off across looking like the person that hates women's basketball, and I'm actually
Sounds like it.
I know it sounds crazy. Man. It sounds nuts. Like,
Nah,
you would
just
think,
keep it real, son.
I am keeping it real. They would get killed. You put them in there, they gonna get killed. I'm sorry. Like they can't. They can't clap the backboard. I don't want to be this guy. But they can't even clap the backboard. What are you gonna do when somebody can jump over you to block your shot?
Well, you don't have to be that person that has to clap the backboard. Maybe you're the person that passes the ball to the person that claps the backboard.
What kind of world
Maybe you're
would
the
we be in?
facilitator.
What kind of world would we be in when a guy comes aggressively at a girl and blocks her shot and steals it?
I mean, I want to see that.
It's a good world.
I want to see that. That's a world of great equality.
Yeah, I would love that.
If you're on the court, it's all fake.
I'm sorry, because every single time that's happened, I was like,
You get on the court with a girl, she get aggressive with you, and she start washing you. Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? No, you know what it reminds me of? You remember that time we went to Cunningham Park and we played with that girl and her brother, I think it was.
Yeah, I remember.
And she was a college basketball player. I don't
was a
remember what
beast.
college. She was a beast.
She was a beast.
Don't take it easy. They'll break your ankles.
No,
Oh no, I'm not saying I would definitely take advantage. I'm making a name for myself. But I'm talking about all the other nice people out there. You know?
Yeah, that reminds me of the story that you told me.
Which one?
The funniest story ever, and I'm glad we got it on
Which
recording.
one?
The story where you was talking, I forgot who you said you was killing. You said you was killing somebody and you hurt your ankle. It was an
Oh
ankle thing.
yeah. You talking about when I retired? I retired off for
Well,
somebody
which
else's
time?
injury.
Which time? There's a few times.
Yeah, multiple times.
This one time. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came back like Jordan.
This one time. Yeah.
Left
you know,
out like right on test, came back.
It was a high demand, so you know I had to.
Yeah,
But
I feel you.
you talking about when I sprained my ankle
I guess.
with a girl?
I don't know. I'm just talking about the story. You said you hurt your ankle and you retired.
Oh no, I officially retired. Well, here it was. They passed me the rock. I'm at the top of the key. I tell everybody, they know what that means. Get the hell out of my way.
We let's play this story back after he says it to see if the stories add up too.
I pump fake, right? Shook it real quick. I ain't even bounced the ball yet. I just got them like I just got to do like you know how they play tight D and they on you like this and all that. Like, yo, back up off me, back up, right? So
That was your move.
I hit him. I pivot to the right, pivot to the left.
Wait, have you bounced
I didn't
yet?
bounce it yet.
Got you.
I didn't bounce it
Not
yet.
one bounce.
Got you.
I did a whole like little spin before I even bounced it.
That's traveling.
I mean, not complete. No. It's if you move this. I'm talking about like I did it like that.
Got you. You're pivoting in the circle without moving your pivot foot.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right? So I faked it, and I acted like I was gonna go, and it went boom. So I went through the legs, passed them. You're back there, right?
Right.
You're back there. So I'm driving. I go up, right? I go up, palmed it. Dude kind of like hit me, so I'm kind of going sideways. But I'm still up there because I made sure I jumped higher, right?
Sure. You still going up as he's
Still
coming down?
going up.
Yeah.
So I yammed the ball, right?
Right.
I yammed it.
Can I pause?
Yammed it.
Time.
Yeah.
I just want to know one detail. One detail.
What happened?
Is this a regulation hoop? Like, is it 10 feet?
10 feet. 10 feet.
Is it 10 feet?
10 feet. 10 feet.
I
True
just want
story.
to make sure.
They had to bring it
True
down a
story.
little bit.
True story.
Gotcha,
True story.
gotcha.
So, but
He
I'm
said
not
it was
even gonna lie.
He said, yeah, you thought it was on the hoops.
Because he yammed it, and I was like,
I'm not even gonna lie to the untrained eye.
uh-huh.
I mean, to the untrained eye, it looked like I yammed it, but somebody was like really, really close. I kind of like threw it in a little bit. You know how like the
How Blake
Dwight.
Griffin did it.
Like
Dwight
yeah,
Howard did it, but I was
yeah.
closer, so I didn't really catch it.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I kind of like whiffed it,
Gotcha.
and I was coming down like this. Somebody else kind of hit me to try to embrace me, so I don't fall, and I was just like, oh, I'm on the floor, because I'm dramatic. So I'm on the floor.
Couldn't tell.
I felt like I couldn't move it.
Right.
Like, everybody surrounded me. 2 people dropped down to their knee. Like, it was crazy. Crazy. I thought I was paralyzed.
Oh, you mean like how Paul George? What happened to Paul George when he broke his leg? Everybody was around him.
Yeah, people started, like, praying or something around me.
Oh wow, was that serious?
Yes.
Dang,
Like, this is what ended my career.
Yeah, man.
So,
Wow.
well, it was one of the times that ended my career, and I came back.
It
derailed.
You came back from
I
the...
came back. I started playing with the old men first.
You had to work your way up through the geriatric
I
leagues
started
first.
playing with the old men, and then I went back to the young boys, still playing like they're gonna play in the NBA.
Right.
And this one dude really, like, I think he broke his ankle or something like that. And I was just like, you know what?
I don't want to end up
That
like
was
you.
a sign right there. Retired. Injury
Gotcha.
from someone else.
Damn, man, that's tough.
But I mean,
But you got your dunk though. You got.
But you got your yam. You
Yeah, I
yammed
was
it,
still
though.
yamming.
But
Yeah.
technically, it wasn't a dunk. It was the.
It was the wrong way.
It was a throw.
I mean, but I was yamming after that.
Right. Oh, you was yamming after you
I
twisted
think
your
I
ankle.
think I can still get up there.
Gotcha.
I think so too. I think so.
That was a great story.
That's a great story time.
Third time.
Great story time. We gotta do like a you know how Joe Budden does the animations for their
Right.
stories.
Right.
We gotta do that.
No, we just, you know what we have to do? We have to take the camera and like point it upside down and just have Nathan draw it on a whiteboard with a marker.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Of him
be
yamming it.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, like, had an arrow, so I twisted this way, 360. Leg went up here.
That would be quality
Literally
content.
stepped on air.
So let me ask y'all that question. Let me ask y'all, what's the worst that somebody's ever like bust your behind on the court? Do y'all remember a story where somebody just destroyed y'all on the court?
I remember this. I mean, there's a couple times, but there was one time this little kid, yo, he was mad little than me, and you know how you like go somebody and you just like mad, like he literally just had me like, oh, he was way over here. He did it every time, to the point where I was just like, I'm not guarding him no more. Like I couldn't, like even when I tried to like just grab him, I couldn't grab him. He was that quick.
I can't remember a time because I didn't play basketball as often.
Because any other time I shut him down.
I would assume it would probably be either one of the times we played at the Y or we played at 217.
I got it. Mine's is at the Y, and I'm gonna give it to you when you finish. Well, when y'all finish.
No, go ahead, because I can't think of one.
Have you ever got crossed over and fell?
No.
Never. But so mine's is, and if you got a story, I want to hear that too. Mine's because we about to wrap it up, y'all. But I want to give y'all this real quick. At the YMCA, my homeboy Landis Silversberg, he was one of the top guards in the city, right? So we was playing in a while, and he's like 6'6" at the time, 6'6", 6'7". He lit me up, son. We played, I think, to 50 points, right? We wanted to play like a good game. He had to have a good 40, 41 on me, just me, by myself. And I'm like 5'10". He's 6'6", 6'7", right? But normally, I'm actually guarding him well because I know we played, right? He lit me for like 42, son. And I mean everything from post up to backing me down to fadeaways to... He almost dunked on me too. But I did that Jordan thing when John Starks dunked on him and Jordan came from the side. Yeah, I had to do that. But I think that's probably the worst time. Nobody's really ever bust my behind.
Have you ever got dunked on and
Never.
like they like kind of like your head is like between their crotch and you just
Like Damon Jones? Never.
Yeah.
Nah, never.
Been in the blender.
I've never been. So, okay, I can't talk on basketball, but I could talk on a different sport. I remember.
What? Where the guys crotches in your face?
No. I mean, well,
Jesus,
football.
what?
Football.
What the hell?
So I really, for football. So when I used to play for Jamaica, I played for junior varsity.
Same here.
I should have played football.
I was
I'd have been a hell of a
bigger.
quarterback.
I was bigger when I was younger, and I leaned out as I got through high school. But I was bigger when I was younger, so he put me on offensive line. Mind you, I came into high school pretty short. I didn't hit my growth spurt yet.
Same here.
And they put me on the line, and I remember we played Far Rockaway, and they had these two big dudes.
Mine's was Springfield.
I mean, huge. These kids were like 16 and almost 300 pounds.
Yep.
They were really fat. It was unhealthy. So my coach tasked me. He says, "Go in the game." I'm like, "All right, I got this." He says, "Don't do anything. Just try to get through the two of them."
What position?
This is defensive end.
Defensive end.
I'm like, okay, I guess. The coach said to do it. I'm gonna try. The minute the ball is snapped, this is me. Hold this, like just like that. And this is them. They go, boom.
Sandwich you.
And they sandwich me between the two of them. And I think at that moment I realized,
This is not for me.
this isn't for me anymore. I don't want to play this sport.
That's so crazy, bro, that we got the same story.
I don't want to play this
But
sport.
at least you made it to the game. I didn't make it past the scrimmage, the practice. We had Springfield come scrimmage with us, and literally my coach said, we want to put you in halfback. He really wanted me at wide receiver, but the guy didn't make the team because of his grades. So I played halfback, literally the second play, son. I had to go up through I remember the play. I remember the route. I had to go, it was like an I-form, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had to go straight up through the middle, and they were supposed to, the line was supposed to shift left, and I was supposed to go right.
Yeah.
Now,
As soon as he snapped the ball, when I tell you every single lineman must have just said, I don't want to play, I don't even want to touch nobody, their entire defensive line managed to get past them.
but is it worse
All five
to go
of them
through
was on
that
top of me.
experience?
I'm playing
or
basketball.
me
Playing
on the
basketball.
sideline or on your team watch you go through that experience?
It's worth
And-
being in it.
No, it's way worth being in it.
And I know, and I learned from your mistake, and I retired.
You're smart.
You're smart.
That's what.
I mean,
why-
I
That's what
actually
I
got
did.
it.
But I'm saying that's what I did with the whole injury. I got out of this.
You saw it and you were like, I can't do this.
I'm like,
I
yo,
can't
I'm
do
not
this.
going to the league. Why am I putting? And then think about it. How many guys
Sorry.
grow up playing basketball all the time when they get in adult years and they bust out their knee?
I mean, it happens. It happens.
It's like, I don't want to do that.
No, I would.
I'm telling you.
I'd get at least a
You said
contract
you
out
would?
of it. At least one contract out of it.
I mean,
No,
if
I'm
you,
talking about now. If you go out there playing now, you know you're not going to the league.
yeah.
I'm talking about like right now, you out there playing basketball all the time.
Yeah.
because you enjoy you enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fine.
enjoy
busting my knee though.
I enjoy
Everybody I
football,
know
but
bust their knee.
I wasn't about to
Yeah.
go through getting sandwiched between two fat 16-year-olds
Never
again
again.
over and over.
No.
That was not it. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna play baseball.
That's
I
what
like
it is,
football,
basketball, that's a fact.
but I don't love you like that. Sorry, I'm
See,
done.
I should have been. I should have been playing football. I think I would have been a dope quarterback.
I didn't even want to play offense.
got an
I wanted
arm.
to play cornerback.
Right. I
I
wanted to
love
play. I
hitting
wanted to
people.
play free safety
Yo.
because I like hitting
loved it.
people.
I want to
love
play
it.
the sixth man on the bench.
But it ain't. It ain't fun
I
once
just
you
want
get
to get
hit.
paid just sitting there.
That's not football though. That's
It-
basketball.
no, I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I can't think of another time. Baseball's not as physical. I mean, there are times in baseball where I knew.
baseball's so
You ever
easy.
thought about the
I wanted to
coaches,
stop.
like the coaches on NFL teams or something like that, where like, you got these big grown dudes, like not even NFL, in college where they're not getting paid, and
Mm-hmm.
at any moment they're young, they don't care. like you try to yell at them, I'm like, yo, this dude's gonna flip on you one day.
That's why it's like in the
Yo,
NFL.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Football players are probably one of the most coachable athletes out of everybody, because for one, their positions are not as guaranteed as other sports. So I feel like I've been in football locker rooms and basketball locker rooms. They respect their coaches more than basketball players,
I want to be
especially
a coach.
basketball players. We're divas.
I love to be
I
a coach.
want to be a coach. So I can be like, get your ass down there.
You just want to scream at somebody's kid.
You just grab him by the helmet. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, wait, what?
Drink some Gatorade. God. And the mom gets up like, hey, sit your ass down.
Yo, that reminds me. I seen a video of this basketball coach. He was eating Chinese food on the sideline, walking up and down, not even looking
Yeah,
at the
you
game.
know, yeah.
Just eating Chinese food.
That's crazy.
Like, yo,
Multitasking.
crazy, son.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I mean that's the show this week. I mean, we talked about it a lot. Okay, so while we got final question. Warriors and what? Or I guess if you're crazy enough to say Raptors.
4-1. Yeah,
Warriors
5.
are
1-5.
5.
I might give it 5.
I'm thinking more of a
Maybe
sweep though.
If Kawhi, but other than that, it'd be a sweep.
It's a gentleman's
Yeah, I'm
thinking
giving
a
it a
sweep,
sweep.
It's a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, I'm giving it a sweep. I don't want them
Clean
to
sweep?
even
Full?
clean sweep.
Nah,
Clean
just because you don't like him.
No, yeah, because I mean I don't like them, but yeah, clean sweep.
Don't like who?
Toronto.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is
they,
You
they,
don't like the. It's not like you don't like them.
it's in that-
You just don't like the GM.
yeah, he's the
What
head
if
of
what if the GM leaves?
oh,
That's,
well,
that's not going to matter because he's still not a Knicks fan.
Yeah,
What if-
that
what if-
same energy
What if
stays?
the black slave owner leaves?
That same energy stays.
Still going to stay.
He said it on behalf of Toronto, and then every fan that was in that crowd had the same energy towards
All
them.
right, but what if Brooklyn was like, forget something else, and then
I'm with Brooklyn. That's my team. I'm with Brooklyn. I guess we hate the same players then.
It's a good time to come back to New York. The window's open, bro.
The window is open,
The window is
but it's
open.
not coming. I'm not going through it.
All right, because y'all windows closed.
I really want to see you guys succeed, but I'm not gonna do it. As long as Dolan is,
I never think Brooklyn's gonna get a big name?
Brooklyn's for sure getting a big name. I can't wait for next
What if
year
Kawhi goes there?
when the Liberty finally move to Brooklyn. The Nets get their big
What
name.
if Kawhi goes to Brooklyn?
They'll try to court him for sure.
If Kawhi goes to Brooklyn, that team is not going anywhere.
You crazy.
You crazy. All analysts say Brooklyn have a very promising team, and we made it with
Oh
no
my God.
superstar.
Their supporting
I'm not
cast
even
in
saying-
Toronto's better than
Oh,
we gonna go
now we don't have no superstar.
nuts.
Guys, that is the show. That is the show. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yo, follow me, the real name Hustle.
We gonna get into a whole other thing. Yeah, so signing off, we have DAQUAN here, Nate, Dwayne.
The real Nate Hustle. IG.
Follow my IG at Junior the Future, JUNIORDA Future.
Young Pa 07.
Hey.
Instagram.
And as I've said multiple
Twitter
times
too,
on this
yeah.
show, you can follow me in real life. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you next week.